Hello everyone, my name is Caden, and welcome back to more Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Last time, we completed the second case of the game, and I honestly loved it. I thought it was really good. I thought very interesting investigation, a lot of cool characters, even returning ones in the form of Frank. But what I ended up getting told is that some people consider that to be the worst case in this game. If that's the worst, then what in the world am I gonna be in for coming up? Because if that's the worst, then that means it's only uphill from here. In which case, I don't want to wait any longer. I want to see what is considered better than that. So let us begin the Inherited Turnabout. Here we go. Episode 3, The Inherited Turnabout. What's for dessert today?
Catherine Hall!
And Jeff Masters' Piece of Cake.
Huh. I'll be. Macaroons and waffles. Light and fluffy chiffon cake. Happiness for one and all. The sweetest temptations. There, where? Over there! Take a peek inside the oven! Look, it's freshly baked desserts! Let's cook again today. Oh? It's on TV screen. Oh, this program sure brings back memories. Gregory. Tomorrow, I'm head towards that fateful place with you, with your son. To find out the truth of 18 years ago. Aw, so wait, that's Edward's father and that's Ray as like a young Ray? Young kid Ray. April 2nd, 10:05 a.m., Zodiac Art Gallery. Fountain patio. Ah, hello. Mr. Shields, isn't it about time you told me what this is all about? Why did you bring me to this museum with you? Yeah. You're not busy now, so are you, Miles? I thought it would be nice if we could share the romance of the constellations together. I beg your pardon, but I would like to leave. Sorry, it was just a joke. Do you know about the final case your father worked on? The IS-7 incident? Oh boy, another incident, huh? Yes, Manfred von Karma showed it to me immediately after I became a prosecutor. I reviewed the case file again last night, after you invited me here. Oh. And, while I don't remember it very well, I also had been in attendance at the trial back then. Really? When I was young, I loved watching my father do battle in the courtroom. During that trial, it was my father, the defense attorney, Gregory Edgeworth, against my former mentor, prosecutor Manfred von Karma. And while the trial ended with the defendant being declared guilty... I see. So you were there too, at Gregory's final trial. In that case, I'll cut to the chase and tell you what you want to know. The truth about the IS-7 incident? It happened 18 years ago, during the winter. All the buildings were covered in snow, coating the entire town like a layer of frosting. It was in this very place that the incident occurred. This was all before Uncle Ray became a defense attorney. Are we gonna be... Wait. There's no way. There's only one reason you... I was going to say, like, hey, you're giving him a little baby sprite, but is there a reason you're giving him a little baby sprite here? Oh my goodness, we are. Oh, this is gonna be weird. December 24th, 5 p.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. We're going to be playing as Gregory? Oh, that's weird. I'm already gonna have to... Oh, great. I have to... What kind of voice do I want to do? Wait, that actually... This might work. Sure, I'll go with this. Oh my goodness.
Mr. Edgeworth, this request sure was sudden, don't you think?
Indeed. We were contacted immediately after the client was arrested. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. Wow, we actually get to see Gregory. This is kind of nutty. I brought my assistant Raymond with me to our client, but...
Murder on Christmas Eve? This is just too much.
Little baby Ray... Oh. Ah, in the darkness, a miraculous meeting. Oh, it's that guy. Welcome, one and all, to the visitor's room.
Amazing. So this is what a mean client is like.
Can I actually look? Oh, my attorney's badge. Proof of my possession. Polishing it every day has become my routine. Raymond Shields, 18 at this time. Works part-time at the Edgeworth Law Offices, aiming to be a lawyer. His hair is not as poofy. I can also check my badge, I just noticed.
The defense attorney's badge is shaped like a sunflower. Does the shape have any special meaning?
Well, a sunflower always points towards the sun, right? From there, it's said to represent freedom and justice.
Then I'll always aim towards becoming a defense attorney, just like a sunflower.
I look forward to it. Oh, this is already so weird.
It all happened so suddenly, and I was so completely surprised.
I'm also surprised. 1,000 pardons for startling you. I am merely expressing my happiness through song. Welcome, one and all. I greatly appreciate you coming here. So you're the client for this case? Indeed. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. Oh! Oh! That was the same animation that Ray does. I remember Ray did the exact same animation. He takes his hat off and does like a quick little bow. So he got that from Gregory. That's... Aww. I will be representing you in court. This is my assistant, Raymond Shields.
Nice to meet you. I'll do my best to help you.
Relax, Raymond. Please, excuse his jitters. He's working part-time at my office as an apprentice. I thought I'd let him assist me in this investigation. So, Mr. Gregory and Raymond, correct? I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. My job involves saving my clients from crimes in which they were falsely accused. First, I should determine if he is truly innocent. First, I would like to know more about you. I have forgotten to introduce myself. My name is Jeffrey Master.
What? You mean you're Master Jeff? The world's greatest pastry chef, Jeff Master, the Master Chef?
Ah, pastry master. It does seem like sweets are gonna be a theme here, it seems. Yes, I am honored that you have heard of me. All of my fans call me Master Jeff.
Wowzer, I'm totally starstruck. I can't believe I got to meet the Master Jeff.
Raymond seems to know quite a bit about Mr. Master.
Master Jeff makes fantastic desserts while putting on a song and dance show.
What's for dessert today? Oh gosh. Look at him go! I swear to God, the guard's about to start joining in, isn't he? I'm half expecting it.
I knew it! I knew it!
I got caught up in this song myself.
I'm so happy I got to sing with the Master Jeff. It's my dream come true.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to hear that as well. Well, Mr. Master, Raymond, shall we return to the matter at hand? Yes, of course. My sincerest apologies for making you wait. Now, where should we start? Look at my defense badge. Thank you very much for accepting my request to serve as my defense attorney. The scale engraved on this badge represents truth and fairness. As long as you are innocent, I will see to it that you receive a fair verdict. So please, entrust your faith to me and wait patiently. Yes. Thank you for your assistance. Jeff Master, you are the world's greatest pastry chef, but you are also skilled in song and dance. Yes, when I'm having a good time, my body just moves to the rhythm by itself. You seem to enjoy making desserts from the bottom of your heart. If you don't have a good time making desserts, you want to make anything good. Creating desserts that bring happiness to one and all is my purpose in life.
Master Chef's desserts are practically works of art. They sparkle and look so delicious. He's famous for his dreamlike desserts.
Bringing happiness to all with his dreamlike desserts, huh? What about the case? The incident occurred in your estate, is that correct?
Yes. That's where the Great Dessert Contest was being held. It seems that the body was discovered in one of my creations. Uh-oh. What? They found one of your desserts?
For that reason, I was arrested by the detective in charge of the initial investigation. I would never do something as vile as robbing someone of their life. I'm certain that the police will also realize that they made a mistake.
Really?
Do you know anything about the victim?
He was a man named Isaac Dover. He was one of the competitors in the contest. He was a wonderful man who made desserts of the highest beauty. Why did he have to die?
I see. He truly seems to be grieving over the victim's death. Alright. I believe I have a sufficient understanding of Mr. Master's personality. Mr. Master, before I accept your request, there's one final matter I must confirm. You did not kill Mr. Dover. Can I take your word for it?
Yes, that is correct. I did not kill him. No matter what happened, I would never take another person's life.
Those aren't the eyes of a liar. I understand. I believe you. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us.
The pleasure is all mine. I'm grateful to speak with someone other than a detective.
Hence, we shall begin our investigation of the crime scene. We will report back with our findings once we have finished.
Mr. Gregory, Raymond, I wish you a good luck.
Alright, December 24th, 6 p.m. Contest venue, Fountain Patio. Alrighty.
Ooh, sure is cold outside. I didn't expect it to be snowing this hard.
Indeed. A blizzard like this will probably not clear up for a while.
But even so, this mansion is ginormous. So this is what Master Jeff's place is like, huh?
If you're going to hold a contest in your own home, you would need this much space, after all. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Hello? Oh, whoa!
Oh my, are you okay? I'm so very sorry. Would you happen to be Monsieur Edgeworth?
Yes, I'm Gregory Edgeworth.
And I'm his assistant, Raymond Shields.
Greetings and welcome, Monsieur Edgeworth and Monsieur Shields.
You're the other person, right?
Please call me Catherine Hall. I'm in charge of the household affairs of this estate, and I'm also Monsieur Master's assistant.
No way! You're the famous Kate, aren't you?
You know of me?
Of course I do. I see you on TV all the time. I'm a big fan of Piece of Cake.
Oh, goodness. I'm glad to hear that you're a fan.
Tell me, what is this piece of cake? Jeffrey Master, gender male, my client in this case, regarded as the world's greatest pastry chef, and Isaac Dover, the victim in this case found dead inside Mr. Master's dessert. That's very interesting. So how the heck did he end up inside a dessert? And what kind of dessert we talking? Cake? It looked like a... it didn't look like a dessert. They showed like a brief picture. It looked more like a box. So tell me, what is this piece of cake?
It's a TV show that's hugely popular with the kids. Master Jeff and Kate sing and dance while they make delicious treats. Just like this.
Oh, you're gonna sing again. Oh no. Incoming! Not again! It's happening again! Here we go. Also, if I seem like I'm being more quiet and not singing, it's because I'm recording early enough to where I don't want to risk waking people up. So apologies in advance for that. I don't know why I find Ray's little clapping animation so funny.
Oh, Monsieur Shields, that was incredible.
I always practice along with the show.
Maybe I should tell my son about this show.
But man, doing this dance repeatedly sure works you up your appetite.
Pardon my inconsideration. I've forgotten to take care of our guests. Please relax and have some tea.
Alright. Clatter, clatter. Liquid. Slurp. Oh, there's some fine Ceylon tea. I heard the aroma of citrus does wonders for your concentration.
I see. So this is what Ceylon tea smells like.
Oh? These sauces are chilled.
Yes, they help cool the tea more quickly for people who are bad with hot beverages.
I see. These tea cups also have a wonderful design.
Oh, thank you very much. They are one of the few pride and joys of our estate, all directly from France. They were made by the famed sculptor Pierre Hoquet. They are also my absolute favorite article of tableware.
You seem to greatly appreciate this man's work.
Yes, they are like treasures to me.
She appears to be very honest about what she likes. Alright. Thank you, Miss Hall. But it's time for us to move on to business. Are there any details that you can give us about the incident?
You're right. I sometimes get so distracted welcoming guests that I forget myself. To tell the truth, I was the one who discovered the Monsieur Dover's body.
Okay, so you're the first at the scene. So you were the first one to discover the body. Is it true that the body was discovered in one of Mr. Master's desserts?
Yes, it was during the judging of the Great Dessert Contest. I heard the sound of something breaking from Monsieur Master's room. Monsieur Master? Are you in here? When I looked inside the room, I saw Monsieur Dover's body inside the treasure chest.
So, wait, the dessert was shaped like a treasure chest, you're saying? Thank you very much. I'm sorry to have made you recall such painful memories.
No, I should be the one apologizing for not being much help.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Now then, I believe it's time for us to start investigating the crime scene.
Monsieur Edgeworth, Monsieur Shields, please find some way to save Monsieur Master. Monsieur Master is not someone who can commit murder.
Yes, of course.
Just leave it to us.
And I shall entrust it to you. If you'll excuse me, I have to continue serving tea to the other inspectors.
Freeman, let's head to the crime scene.
Yes, sir. Mr. Edgeworth.
Shall we move?
Let's go.
It's you.
It's you. Wow, this whole thing is made chocolate.
I can't believe I'm actually seeing Master Jeff's desserts up close.
And look at him. For this not the scene of a murder, I admit I too would have delighted in this occasion.
Oh, now you've reminded me it's a murder scene. I'm getting shivers down my spine.
Perhaps it's because this room is cold to begin with.
Now you mention it, this room really is cold.
Hey!
Never expected the defense attorney to show up so early.
Hello, bad. Pleased to meet you. I'm Jeff Masters defense attorney, Gregory Edgeworth. This is my assistant, Raymond.
How do you do?
Detective Tyrell Bad, homicide.
Mr. Bad, the detective in charge of this case. A man of few words.
What are you... What?
Tastes kind of bitter.
Why are you eating paper? Raymond! Raymond! Spit that out, damn it! What?
He ate the paper. What the?
He likes to digest his memos in his stomach as well as in his mind. Please ignore him. It's just a strange habit of his. Please, don't be too concerned.
How do you expect me to not be concerned? That...
My mind hurt. What the? Stop eating paper, please. It would probably be too much to ask him not to be concerned at all. More importantly, Detective Bad, will you give us permission to participate in the investigation?
Mission denied.
What? Mr. Edgeworth is Master Jeff's defense attorney.
Defense attorneys plant false evidence to try and get their not guilty verdict. I don't want their kind to disturb the crime scene.
Mr. Edgeworth would never use false evidence to defend his client.
I can't trust that coming from a defense attorney.
Do the police still suspect Mr. Master even after the investigation?
If we didn't, we wouldn't have arrested him.
I believe that Mr. Master is innocent. That's why I have come to investigate.
Believing in his innocence without investigating the crime scene. How naive.
That's why I would like your permission to investigate. By investigating the crime scene, I want to ascertain if my thinking was naive or not.
So you don't intend to leave until you've investigated the crime scene?
Yes.
Fine then. I'll give you permission to investigate the crime scene.
Thank you.
Look at my lollipop. But I'll be accompanying you. I can't trust you defense attorneys after all. If you understand that, you can begin your investigation.
That's a lollipop.
I'm a little surprised myself.
What'd you think it was? I don't like smoke.
Alright, let's begin the investigation. Raymond, be sure to take notes on the case.
Leave it to me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Just begin already.
Contest venue master room. Begin investigation. Oh my gosh, my partner is bad. Aw, he is bad to the bone.
What?
You notice anything?
Your way of investigating is too soft. An investigation is like a popsicle. Walk around the crime scene and investigate. Talk with the people involved. If you do that, little by little, you'll lick it down to its core. It is like a lie, and the truth will be written on the end of the popsicle stick.
I pray that it doesn't say the truth was lost for all eternity.
I don't know. I'm just making an analogy. Working with defense attorneys isn't worth it. They go through the crime scene as they please and interpret their findings to their favor.
Do you also feel that way about me? You didn't confirm or deny it. Hooray!
This is an actual crime scene. I'm so excited.
This isn't a game, Raymond. Please be more serious.
Yes, sir. I'm taking a memo right now.
Oh, what exactly are you writing?
I'm copying down this dessert recipe over here.
Raymond, please be more serious.
Yes, sir.
I noticed that there's this guy back here who looks like he's about to... Does he not have a left arm, or is that simply the angle? This angle makes it look like that man up there doesn't have a left arm. This angle also makes it look like he's not moving and he's a statue, so I don't know if he's even real or not. Elegant tableware and cookware are placed on the counter. It looks like the same tea set Miss Hall was using earlier.
Was Master Jeff drinking this black tea?
On this tea set, only Jeff Master's fingerprints were found.
Were his fingerprints found on any of the other cookware?
The cookware was washed. Nobody's fingerprints remained.
Or he might have been cooking with gloves on. It seems the only thing here with his fingerprints is the tea set. Made by Pierre Houquet, Jeff's fingerprints were found on it.
Master used these gloves while making his desserts. They had his fingerprints.
Certainly, it's possible that they were used for that purpose. But wouldn't you agree that finding cooking gloves in the kitchen is perfectly natural?
Doubt everything. That's my job.
Your job is kind of sad. So this is where the body was discovered.
Yeah. The body had been removed. But otherwise, the crime scene has remained untouched.
To build such a large ship out of chocolate is magnificent. Okay, so that's what's going on. I was about to say, like, they keep saying it's chocolate or it's a box. But it's both. It's a chest that's made out of chocolate. Gotcha. I was about to say, like, what do you mean it's a box, but it's also chocolate? It's those, like, it's like that fancy kind of chocolate or whatever. Or just, you know, people making fancy things out of chocolate. Which just now makes me realize, this entire ship's made of chocolate? How the hell did you manage to get that?
As expected, Master Jeff. I want to try eating it. Although I have no idea where to start eating it from.
Anywhere should be fine. But if you start eating the crime scene, I'll make you leave.
Don't glare at me. Can't you tell it was a joke?
I'd like Raymond to be just a little bit calmer. Whoopsie. There aren't any clues here. Is it just me, or is there something like... Is there like a silver dot right here? It seems that the body was discovered inside this chocolate treasure chest. Is there like a silver button?
The person who discovered that it was Miss Hall.
Yeah. The girl.
Monsieur Master, are you in here?
She heard the sound of something breaking inside this room. You came in.
So what was the sound that came from Mr. Master's room?
Of course, how did this thing even get here?
I would like a little more information about this. What's this? Something has been dropped inside the treasure chest. Is it the silver thing I see? This is... There seems to be some kind of seal with a design and initials carved into it. HQ? Oh, wait. Did we hear of a HQ? Oh, no, it's backwards. It's... Oh, wait. Wait, I think I get it. I think. Pierre Houquet. That would match up if this was backwards. But if we're talking food stuff, then if you press this into something, then what does it leave behind? It leaves it reversed. But this is already reversed, so it puts it back to normal. So it puts in pH, right? So I think this is like a stamp, right? Because that's the only thing that makes sense, unless there's someone with the initials HQ. In which case, forget everything I've said, but it also makes sense that if you put it backwards, you would get PH. So I'm thinking it might be a stamp of some sorts. Maybe like to engrave your initials into the... I mean, if he's a... I don't know. You know what I mean. Whatever.
It looks like a signet crest. Was it the victims?
I don't know if it was the victims, but we should take it for now.
Found near the body at the crime scene. Does this design hold any special meaning? I think it does. I think it is supposed to be backwards. Or rather, I think it's supposed to be a stamp, because aren't stamps usually made, like, in reverse, so that when they stamp it's re-reversed? Or whatever. What's this say?
The voyage of the good ship Red Rum is written here. It sailed the 7 seas and in the end finally found a huge treasure. Modeled after the glory of an ancient adventure. It's written here.
So he failed 6 times. What an unlucky captain.
No matter how many times he went on a fool's errand, in the end he reached the truth. It's just like a detective spirit.
Do detectives even exist during the ancient times? Alright, I think that's about all we're going to get. Let me just make sure of that, though. I won't rest until I've inspected every... Ah, I see my son learned well from me. So it seems like there's something missing here. Is it this? It seems that the stand supporting the ship has been broken. Ah. The stand that supported the ship was broken and caused the ship to tip over. I see.
The ship tipped over and broke the treasure chest, didn't it? Maybe... could the victim have been crushed by the ship and killed?
How was the victim killed, actually? I don't know that yet.
If that were the case, this would have been an accidental death. You two aren't serious about that, right?
Well, we were only discussing one of the possibilities.
I was being pretty serious, though.
This isn't bad. I would like you to tell me about the state of the victim.
If you mean a photo of the body, here, look at it. All you like.
So how'd the victim die?
It seems the victim was beaten to death with a blunt object.
The victim appears to have been beaten to death with a blunt object. Yeah, there's blood on their head. Huh. Well, if they're beaten to death, that implies multiple hits, right? Has a murder weapon been found?
You should try asking the prosecutor in charge later.
It seems he doesn't intend to tell me frankly. Oh god, don't tell me. Please don't tell me that the prosecutor in charge is Manfred, because considering if Gregory's alive, then absolutely Manfred could be alive and well and hate. So, may I borrow this photograph?
Sure. It's not a photo that was taken by the police. Miss Hall took a photo of the body with an instant camera when she discovered it.
An instant camera? Is that like a disposable camera?
An instant camera is a camera that can develop its film right after taking a picture.
Such a convenient camera exists.
Anyway, let's go over the state of the crime scene a bit. This photo, upon closer examination, contradicts the state of the crime scene. We'll have to deduce the contradiction to resolve this matter. Really, it does. How's it contradict? Well, hang on. Before we do that, let's go... We should probably examine more stuff before we do anything rash. It appears to be a display of sailing equipment.
There's also the possibility that one of these is the murder weapon.
No, it looks like these pieces were all made out of chocolate. You can't beat someone to death with these.
Misleading.
At any rate, they all have such good workmanship that they look just like the real thing. It really speaks about the level of skill Mr. Master has in his craft. Yeah, I'm leaving. The good ship Red Rum on on the Red Sea is what's written on the sign. This seems to be the theme for all the works in this room. Yeah, I was about to say, it seems like a pirate theme. Starting with the central ship and treasure chest, every piece has a connection to sailing. It's a magnificent and elegant theme that complements the Mr. Master's style. You! What are you investigating? Sir, I'm checking the temperature of the stream.
What have you learned?
Sir, the stream, it has warm water. The stream is connected to the fountain in the patio and runs through into every room. It's an unusual construction for a room.
This is the minds of the rich. I'll never understand.
How about you, sir?
What about over here? Is there nothing suspicious in the cupboard?
No, sir.
So there was something.
Oh, no. Only things like cooking burners and tableware were placed there.
I see. Fence attorney. Was there nothing that you noticed?
Oh.
So you did notice something.
Oh, no. I didn't notice anything.
Everyone's always giving replies that are difficult to understand.
I think it's your way of asking that's bad. Globe. It appears to be a display of sailing equipment. Nope. What's in the fridge? Elegant tableware and cookware. Okay, I've ignored you long enough. Who are you? Excuse me, but you are... Whoa. Big man.
My apologies. I was meditating. What did you ask, Sir Detective?
Actually, I'm a defense attorney. My name is Gregory Edgeworth.
I'm his assistant, Raymond. Pardon my late introduction. My name is Dame Gustavia. I'm one of the pastry chefs participating in this contest. What kind of desserts do you make, Mr. Gustavia?
What the? What the? Huh?
Whoa! Seahorse! My specialty is making desserts out of candy.
Oh, what a cute seahorse!
It was meant to be a dragon dancing in the sky.
This is a dragon! I think it would fit better in the ocean than in the sky.
I know all too well that design is my weak point. I plan to study design and undergo training in Zengfa once things settle down here.
I probably shouldn't touch the subject of design any further. Mr. Gustavia, if you aren't related to the investigation, why are you in this room?
Sir Detective wanted to know more about the desserts in this room, so he asked me to come.
Since he's one of the contestants, he might know something. Look at my badge.
That badge has a rather artistic design. My craftsman spirit is shaking. Mind if I borrow it for a while?
Sorry, this is rather important to me. It would be unbearable if it got hurt in the candy-making process. What about Jeff's teapot?
My apologies. I was meditating. What did you ask, Sir Detective?
I'm a defense attorney. And about this piece of evidence. Meditating again? I guess if it doesn't catch his interest greatly, he won't even give it a glance. What about this? Alright, what about the dead body? Nope. Can never be too sure, you know? Mr. Gustavia, those instruments you are using are quite unusual. Yeah, what are those?
But these instruments are called candy pumps, and they pump air into the candy.
That look like swords. They're so cool.
Indeed, ever since I began using them, no day has gone by where I didn't receive a burn or wound. That's why I wear red clothes, so that not a single stain will ever show on me. Making desserts is serious business. I am always training.
Does he injure himself because he hasn't trained enough? Can you tell me about the great dessert contest that was being held here? So this means you're probably one of the contestants, right? From the looks of this room, it seems the desserts weren't just for eating.
The exhibition Sir Master held was a contest in the art of dessert.
The art of dessert?
Desserts that are true works of art, made solely out of edible materials. The works of art in this room are all made from desserts.
Now you mention it, the whole room is filled with the smell of chocolate.
Sir Master exhibits great talent in both flavor and design. If you are not able to surpass Sir Master in flavor and design, you will not be able to win.
Being the world's greatest pastry chef is pretty hard, isn't it?
In other words, if I can surpass Sir Master, I shall become the world's greatest pastry chef. What's the prize of this contest?
The prize is the title of the world's greatest.
In addition to that, there is also Sir Master's treasured Angel's Recipe.
Angel's Recipe? What is that?
If you want to learn more about the contest, just look at this piece of paper.
Huh?
These were the rules that were given to the participants of the contest.
Okay. The rules of the contest are written on this piece of paper. Let's take a look at that. So, what are the rules? The prizes is the title of the world's greatest pastry chef and the Angel's Recipe. Rules. Rule number 1. Contestants' rooms will be judged, starting from the left. Afterwards, all parties will meet in Jeff's room. Rule number 2. Any decorations not made from desserts are prohibited. And rule number 3. Entering another contestant's room before the judging is done is prohibited. Okay, that seems simple enough. Rather simple indeed. What about the case?
Sorry, but I do not know much about the incident. I only learned of the incident after the judging had finished.
How was the contest judging and carried out?
Let's see. Sir Master started judging at 3 p.m. Starting from my room, the judging proceeded in the clockwise direction.
Okay, Masters, Gustavias, Delicias, and Dovers. Okay.
I used the room to the right of Sir Master's room, which is the room we're in now. Next, the room of a female pastry chef named Delicia was judged.
A female pastry chef? What kind of person is she?
She is a frightening woman who would do anything to achieve her goal. I heard she used lots of cream to make a fancy-themed dessert.
And then there's Dover's.
And lastly, Sir Dover's room was judged. His works were frozen statues made from sherbet.
Really?
All discovered the body in the middle of Gustavia's judging. She panicked, and because she immediately notified the police, Master continued judging, without knowledge that the body had been discovered. As a result, Master judged Dover's room, Dover's absence. Seems we have plenty of room to suspect Master.
I'm lacking in information. It's probably too early to object. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you talking to Mr. Gustavia about earlier?
I was asking him about the chocolate frame hanging on that wall. I thought something was missing.
Really? May I see it?
I thought if I asked someone who knew a lot about desserts, I could get an answer.
Ah, I see what you mean. I see something missing too. Look at the bottom left of that frame. And then look at the bottom right. A little too different for me. To me. Although, now that I look at this more, there's also another thing that seems odd. That candelabra, the third one, the one on the far right candle, it's not made to look like it's on fire. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but I just thought it's important. But anyways, the most important thing here, most notably, is the fact that the bottom left of the frame. Hang on. I just noticed something else, actually. Look at the actual photo itself. To the left of that angel, that looks like a handprint. At least I think it does. It looks like 4 fingers, potentially. Yeah. It looks like someone was grabbing it, maybe with like... I don't know. It looks like somebody grabbed it, though.
Although, thanks to your arrival, I still haven't gotten an answer.
Well then, since you've been waiting for so long, we can ask him about it, right now.
I guess you don't understand sarcasm.
Mr. Gustavia, can you assist us with this matter?
I train in the art of desserts every day. If you have a question about desserts, please do not hesitate to ask.
Thank you very much. It's right here. Well, let's look at the other things first before I do that.
Captain's log of a chocolate chip, which is also made out of chocolate. Blade's log. No. It seems its title is Journal of Regret.
Running out of rum while drifting at the Red Sea has really made me red with regret, it reads. I don't know what kind of voyage it was, but it doesn't seem very regretful. There's ink. Or fake ink. The captain's log.
The desserts in the shape of a candle holder. Huh. It's titled Light of Life.
It seems one of these important lights isn't lit. Is it symbolic or... Yeah. What's this thing? This is a fire alarm. Oh.
Huh. Let me say in advance, that's not a dessert. It's the real deal.
I can tell.
If you press that, an alarm will sound and security will be contacted. I understand that you want to press it to see what happens. Please restrain yourself.
No, I didn't particularly feel like pressing it.
Because you're a defense attorney.
I don't think being a defense attorney has anything to do with it. Alright, there's two things about this statue that seem weird.
You make such a beautiful picture out of chocolate. Like it's as expected of Master Jeff.
Is this really chocolate? It looks like an actual picture to me.
Impressive, Sir Attorney. You noticed well. This picture of an angel is not the dessert, but rather the angel's recipe.
Oh, what? The angel's recipe? The prize for the contest? Is it not an actual recipe, then?
Huh? This picture isn't made of chocolate? Indeed. Within this chocolate frame lies a recipe book.
Ah, I got it. Gotcha.
The master told everyone when he explained the rules of the contest to us in this room.
So the contestants knew the recipe was here.
How about it? This frame. Don't you think it's missing something?
This must be what Detective Bat was asking Mr. Gustavi about earlier. This chocolate frame. There does seem to be a part that's missing.
That's what's been bothering me as well.
Huh? What's missing?
Let me show Raymond the part of the chocolate frame that's missing. It's this right here. It's missing one of its, whoa! Look closely at this part of the decorations. Can you see that one of them is missing?
It's true. It's different from the other decorations. This imperfect balance in the decorations is not like the master.
Upon closer examination, it seems like this frame is not the only one with missing parts. We need to investigate further.
I'm still concerned about that handprint, though.
All the desserts in this room each have one part missing.
That's weird. What? Why?
Whoa, the candle holder and the sailing tools are all damaged as well.
Yeah, the candle's missing its third flame, too. Yeah. So what's going... Wait, why? That doesn't make sense. Why is one of everything missing?
So someone tampered with the crime scene?
Desserts Mr. Master made were damaged in several places. Weird. Why?
Perhaps. Maybe Master vandalized the room himself to fool us.
Master Jeff wouldn't do that sort of thing to his desserts.
But desserts. I wonder if they are connected to the incident. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I want to know about this. This is what's worrying me. These finger marks are...
These are unidentified finger marks. We don't know who they belong to, since no fingerprints were left behind.
Finger marks without fingerprints. These might be related to the case.
It's mystery.
He's probably wearing gloves.
Detective Bad lacks dreams and romance.
I don't think there are dreams or romance at a murder scene. Are you alright, Raymond?
This room is way too cold.
The fountain patio wasn't very warm either. This room certainly is cold. Do you want to wear my coat?
Nope, I'm fine. But that's something that you promised to give me when I become a defense attorney.
That's right.
Why is the temperature turned down so low?
I would assume it's because it's chocolate, right? I mean, desserts. The best way to keep a dessert from falling apart is to keep it cold.
It's been turned down in order to maintain the chocolate's temperature. Why don't you try opening the panel cover on that wall?
Panel cover.
Oh, hey.
Whoa! There's a secret panel in there! This control panel is installed in all the rooms Sir Master prepared. So as not to detract from the dessert's presentation, the cover was closed to conceal it.
What does the panel do?
It allows you to change the temperature and the lighting in the room. In order to preserve any type of dessert, it can go down to about negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit.
The room would be like a freezer. Yeah, but it would also make sure the chocolate doesn't melt.
It's set to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. No wonder I thought it was cold. Detective Bad, I'm not allowed to change the temperature, am I?
Preserving the crime scene is the foundation of being a detective.
But I'm not a detective.
A defense attorney can't recklessly damage a crime scene either.
Indeed, Sir Assistant. Enduring hardship is also part of training. In order to preserve chocolate, 59 degrees Fahrenheit to 64 degrees Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature.
The ideal temperature for chocolate, as expected of the dessert chef.
No, it is but a trifle. This is a basic knowledge that anyone should know if they're a dessert chef.
I only like EM. So what's the ideal temperature for candy and fresh cream?
As long as you watch out for the humidity and hot temperatures, candy shouldn't melt. For fresh cream, around 50 degrees Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature.
You need to watch out for the humidity and hot temperatures for candy. I see.
Detective Bad, he seemed a bit happy when they were talking about candy.
Is candy one of his favorite things? Already checked okay, already checked this area. Alright, I think now's the time when we should actually look at... There was something I had to do here, right? When I got the crime scene photo. So, there's something... When I got the crime scene photo, they said that something was off. Is this spot somehow connect to any of the evidence? Oh. Is there anything in particular that seems different? Oh, I can actually examine this thing. This is a rather splendid design.
You think so? Seems a little eccentric to me. I'm not even sure how you pour tea out of it.
Rather than practicality of the design, focus on its artistic merits.
Mr. Edwards' art sense is too high for me to understand.
Oh, what's this?
Aha!
There's an engraving on the bottom.
There's an engraving on the bottom. It says PH.
All right, that explains it. Yep, I think I was right earlier. I mentioned that it looked like the silver thing was a stamp. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same. Yeah, it's the exact same. So that is a stamp for Pierre Hoquet. They said his name was, I think.
It's the initials of the freezer, Pierre Hoquet. Miss Hall and Mr. Master seem to be big fans of this sculptor's works.
Initials, huh? Who mine? It'd be RS.
Why don't you try carving your initials on your own belongings?
Before we do that, maybe I should take a look at the logic. So breaking sound, broken stand. The breaking sound was probably the broken stand, right? That's probably what she heard, the actual thing falling.
Due to the broken sound, the ship lost its balance. It would seem Miss Hall entered the room upon hearing the ship collapse. Yeah, when Miss Hall entered the room, the ship had already fallen over. At any rate, I wonder why the stand broke.
The ship fell over because the stand broke. Why did it break? Wait.
Maybe there was something wrong with the ship's balance in the first place.
Was that really true? The desserts were tampered with, and if this was tampered with too, then that could have been what caused it to fall, right? Bingo. It was tampered with.
Each of Mr. Master's works had a piece that was missing. Add that to the fact that the ship's chocolate stand was broken. I think we can surmise that someone ransacked this room.
And the one who did it, could that be the true culprit?
That, I don't know. But I think it's safe to say that this ship stand got broken when the room was ransacked. And when the ship fell over, it broke the treasure chest lid. I expect that the lid of the treasure chest was originally closed.
Do you think maybe the culprit took away a piece of the ship so that it would break and perfectly, like... It would, like, perfectly... Like, what's the words I'm looking for here? It would make it so that, like, it notifies people, like, whoever was closest to when it happened. Like, they knew it would break randomly at some point after taking away a piece. It was simply just a matter of time, right? So maybe that's what they were banking on, like, having it break at a random time to where someone would hear it while they were away, giving them, like, a perfect alibi. The problem is, I don't actually know what it's talking about here. Person discovered with Mr. Hall. Miss Hall, sorry. Whee! Owns your master. There's the crime. Sounds something breaking. There's the Signe. It would have to be something related to the crime scene notes, but what is it asking about? The victim's body was found in the treasure chest made of chocolate in Jeff Master's room. The cause of death seems to be a hard blow to the head by a blunt object. The victim's body was found in the treasure. The cause of death seems to be a hard blow to the head. Are we saying... wrong. Skip. La 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 la. Are we saying... This is the only thing that makes sense. They're talking about the head a bunch, right?
Eureka!
Yeah. Are you sure the only thing the police removed from the crime scene was the body?
Ah, they also took away the piece of cloth the body was wrapped in.
In that case, a major contradiction has been created at the crime scene.
Contradiction.
Detective Bad, please look at the crime scene carefully once more. The bloodstain that should have remained at the crime scene has disappeared.
Oh, duh! Duh! Of course! I didn't even think of that. You're right. Where's the blood? I didn't even...
Ugh, that was a lucky guess then.
Duh! Of course it's the blood.
I definitely didn't get any reports about the bloodstain being cleaned up.
Yeah, so where'd the blood go?
A check with forensics.
Mr. Edgeworth, what happened? Comparing the photo and the crime scene, something struck me as being out of place. Yeah, the blood's gone. In the photo, the chocolate underneath the body remained intact inside the treasure chest. But now it's broken up and the piece with blood on it's gone. However, in the actual crime scene, it's missing.
The chocolate with the blood thing has completely vanished.
Yeah, more like it's been completely torn up. That section looks to be completely ripped out. Was the blood somehow important to figure out who the killer was? Yes. Did the police remove it, or was it the work of the criminal?
According to the forensics, no one has cleaned up any bloodstains.
So it was removed by the culprit then? I see. Well, that would mean someone erased the bloodstain.
Who knows?
Alright. Nope, the body was recovered by the police. Alright, all done. Alright, we got a bit to work with here, but I think we need to move... I think we need something more. It seems our investigation of this room is just about over. Yep, there's not really much else we can do in this room.
This should make it clear. Jeff Master's the culprit.
What?
All the rooms in this mansion were locked from the inside. And the only way to open them from the outside was to use this key to the mansion.
Do you know who had the key?
Master was the only one with the key. There were no spare keys.
Really? That's problematic.
By using the mansion key, Master could enter all the contestants' rooms. Of course, the key could also lock his room from the outside.
However, Mr. Master's room is currently unlocked.
Yeah, that's why I suspect Master is the culprit.
I'd like to hear your reasoning in more detail. Here,
Yes!
had a feeling. Why I suspect Jeff Master.
If the body had been found in a locked room, Master would have been the prime suspect. And that's why Master made sure to leave the door to his own room unlocked. And to ensure that the body would be seen, Master broke the lid on the treasure chest. And after the judging, everyone was scheduled to meet in Master's room. That would have created the impression the murder had occurred while he was away. Contrary to his expectations, the body was discovered by Miss Hall. That's my reason for suspecting Master. Got that, Ace Attorney?
So you also think it was Mr. Master himself who vandalized the room?
Yeah. You defense attorneys believe that justice lies in trusting your clients. But I'm a detective. If I believe every poor sap's story, I'd let the suspicious ones get away.
I understand your reasoning thoroughly. However, I'd like you to hear my thoughts on this subject now.
Fine.
Detective Bad believes that he is right, but I won't give up so easily. I can't accept his reasoning. I'll have to show him evidence that contradicts it. Alrighty. Why I suspect Jeff Master? Rebuttal time. So, let us begin. If the body had been found in a locked room, Master would have been in the prime suspect. You're correct. Isn't it a little premature to suspect Mr. Master on those grounds alone?
It's a little premature for you to be objecting. Just wait until I'm done.
That's why Master made sure to leave the door to his own room unlocked. He left it unlocked.
If the door had been locked, Master would have been the only one who could commit the crime.
Well, maybe the door just happened to be unlocked.
Then, maybe the body just happened to be lying in the open, waiting to be discovered. Runt, do you think you can become a good detective with a logic like that?
Okay, but I don't want to be a detective. I want to be a defense attorney.
I hope he isn't trying to steal my apprentice.
Master had a reason to leave the door unlocked.
To ensure that the body would be seen, Master broke the lid on the treasure chest. Hang on. You believe that the broken lid was Mr. Master's doing?
Yes, if you hadn't done that, the body wouldn't have been found.
It doesn't seem likely that he would break his own work while he was judging the contest.
That's right. Master Jeff would never waste a good dessert. On a piece of cake, he even eats them while dancing.
That TV show is irrelevant here.
Detective Bad, you know about the piece of cake? When I didn't even know of it.
What? This is a surprise. So, do you sing the song too?
That's irrelevant. Shut up. That's irrelevant. Anyway, the one who broke the lid on the treasure chest was Master.
After the judging, everyone was scheduled to meet in Master's room. The judging began in Mr. Gustavio's room, right?
Yeah. I too was looking forward to seeing his candy craft.
If you like, I can put on a display of my handicraft for you right now. Look at this! Bubble! Transform! What do you think? It represents the Sir Detective. Is that supposed to be a police dog? No. This is a wolf.
Lone wolf. Not bad.
What would my candy form be? I'm kind of curious myself.
Moving on.
That would have created the impression that the murder had occurred while he was away. Do you know the time of the murder?
We're still waiting on the autopsy reports.
Without the autopsy report, how could you have arrested Mr. Master?
We don't know the time of death. We do know when the body was discovered. It was discovered while Master was judging Dame Gustavio's room. And I believe he let the body be discovered to create an alibi.
But that alone is not enough to arrest Mr. Master, right?
Who knows? That's all I intend to say.
Detective Bad, are you hiding something? Detective Bad seems adamant that Mr. Master is the culprit.
I don't think Mr. Master Jeff would have broken in his own creations. But why was the treasure chest broken then?
Just think back to the situation in which the body was found. In doing so, we should be able to see the contradiction in Bad's reasoning. Anybody has found treasures that caused this, below. Some circles are clear.
Objection!
Nope. There's something weird here. Originally, the victim's body was hidden inside the chocolate treasure chest. Miss Hall entered the room when she heard a sound. I think it is likely that this was the sound of the chocolate ship falling over.
Yeah, that's what you would think, just by looking at the crime scene.
You said that Mr. Master broke the treasure chest lid himself. But he didn't. But this photo shows that the ship's fall caused the lid to break. If the lid broke just before Miss Hall found the body, then Mr. Master, who was in the middle of judging, could not have broken it.
I never said that Master broke the lid directly. The ship was set up to fall during the judging. I believe he tampered with the stand.
Objection!
Did he now? Do you have proof he tampered with it?
No. the investigation isn't completely over yet.
It seems I still haven't found anything conclusive. Have you found any other fingerprints other than the Mr. Masters in this room?
Yeah, there was some left on the door. But the victim, Dover, and the master were also among the fingerprints left behind.
Before we made our desserts, we all gathered here to have the judging explained to us. Perhaps that was when we left those fingerprints.
But you didn't find any fingerprints on the works in this room.
What?
Someone tampered with the chocolate in this room. So perhaps there are other fingerprints on it, apart from Mr. Masters.
No matter what we find, it won't clear Master of suspicion. Labby, hurry up and dust the chocolate for fingerprints.
Roger that, sir. Detective Bad! We found another person's fingerprints on all the chocolates in the room.
Really?
Whose fingerprints?
They belong to a pastry chef by the name of Delicia.
Oh, the girl one, right?
Good work. Return the investigation.
Yes, sir.
It would seem that there are other suspicious people besides Mr. Master after all.
I don't need a defense attorney to tell me that. I'm not stopping my investigation. We will just go and listen to what this Delicia has to say.
Delicia, Gustavia told us about her not too long ago. Is she really a frightening woman who would do anything to achieve her goal?
Mr. Edgeworth, this Delicia lady sounds mighty suspicious to me.
It seems that it would be necessary for us to speak with her directly as well. Detective Bad, would you allow us to accompany you?
I'm not obligated to do that.
What?
But you are the one who discovered the truth of the crime scene. Fine, have it your way. Follow me.
Detective Bad, thank you. Thank you.
Detective Bad, sir. Are you sure about that? Right now, that prosecutor is in that room.
Oh no, we're actually gonna come to... Oh no, it's 100% gonna be Von Karma, isn't it? There's no way it's not Von Karma.
Doesn't matter. Him and I don't see eye to eye.
Him? Who's the prosecutor in charge of this case, anyway?
Manfred Von
Him again.
What? Von Karma's in charge? That guy hasn't lost a case in 25 years.
Manfred Von Karma, the living legend of the prosecutor's office. If the rumors of his courtroom performance are to be believed, he's a man who would do anything for a guilty verdict. No matter what kind of prosecutor he is, I can only hold true to the path I believe in. Oh, here we go.
Oh, this is interesting. Let's keep going. Whew. December 24th, 7:30 p.m. Contestant venue, Delicia's room.
There's a castle.
Wow, a candy castle. And there are even some fairies over there.
Yeah, it's a fantasy theme.
This room seems to be structured in the same way as Master's room.
But it's nowhere near as cold.
This room also seems to have been fitted with a temperature control panel.
Yep.
Ah, it's over there by that orange lamp, right?
Indeed. Let's not forget to investigate it later. Even so, this room is like something out of a fairy tale. Is this cream-covered castle Delicia's work?
Where's Delicia?
Hi, can I help you?
Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, boys. I'm Delicia Scones. Hello. I'm in my native England. I'm known as Miss Delicious.
Being called a boy even though I'm already 34, it's certainly a rare experience.
Boys, I understand you calling me that, but Mr. Edgeworth?
As far as I'm concerned, you're all boys to me. Even that detective over there.
My name is Bad, not Boy.
Just how old is this woman?
Mr. Attorney, let's just finish our business here.
Alright. Right.
Objection.
Oh god!
You, what do you think you're doing? Conversing with a mere attorney.
Where are you? Oh god, he was in the castle! He's the king of the castle! Mr. Edgeworth, a scary man came out of the candy castle.
Von Karma.
Huh? This man's Prosecutor Von Karma?
Manny!
So he's Von Karma. Pleased to meet you, Prosecutor Von Karma. My name is Gregory Edgeworth, defense attorney.
Bah, I have no interest in the names of defense attorneys. After all, they only exist to be crushed by me.
What a rude man. That piercing gaze and furrowed brow. Ugh. He's even scarier than the rumors say. Although that statement was also very rude. Prosecutor Von Karma, would you allow us to investigate too?
You think I would give information to a mere defense attorney?
As I thought, it won't be that simple.
However, I'll make a special exception for this room.
Why did he change his mind so quickly? I'm scared he altered something here, didn't he?
You, old bloodhound.
Don't call me that. My name's Bad.
A mere detective, speaking back to me. I admire your courage, at least. Bad, stand watch and see to it that they don't misbehave.
Why, me?
I will not accept your refusal. Well then, I'll be investigating Gustavia's room next.
Ugh.
I'm babysitting again.
I wonder why he and Von Karma aren't investigating together. Instead of being on bad terms. And it seems like they hardly know each other. Mr. Edgeworth, now that we've got Von Karma's permission, we can continue the investigating. He probably altered something here. Von Karma letting us investigate? He had to have changed something to make it work in his favor. Yes, his manner bothers me, but I am glad we can at least continue the investigation.
Hold it. I also need to investigate this room. I don't want you disturbing the room, so you'll investigate after me.
What? Aren't you the detective in charge of this case? Why haven't you investigated this room yet?
The detective in charge of the initial investigation was a close colleague of Von Karma.
Wait, do we know them? Question mark?
I came to take over for him, so I only just got to this mansion recently.
So that's why he and Von Karma aren't investigating together? Huh. Detective Bad, will you allow us to investigate with you like before? In doing so, you'll be able to supervise us and also ensure that we don't tamper with anything.
You want me to watch you? You're a strange lawyer. I'll let you stick around a little longer.
Yeah! You did, Mr. Edgeworth! Thank you, Detective Bad.
But if I decide you're holding up the investigation, you'll have to leave.
Yes, I understand. Well then, let's begin the investigation. This is such a cool case so far. We're not even playing as Edgeworth. At this rate, I half expect Phoenix to appear somehow. At this rate, with how things are going. Little baby Phoenix just appears once again. Well, with he had his pink jacket and his face mask that kept slamming him in the face, I'm pretty sure.
What?
You notice anything?
This room is the same design as the Master's room.
There's something bothering you.
Von Karma was investigating inside the Candy Castle.
Yeah, that is probably the silliest thing I've ever seen Von Karma do. Why was he inside a candy castle?
I wonder why.
Detective Bad, do you suspect Alicia?
That woman is hiding something. My detective spirits, it's telling me so.
Is that his detective's intuition? Something about this room definitely troubles me as well. I should listen to what Delicia has to say. In that case, let's inspect everything that's not Delicia yet first.
The sickly sweet smell of cream. Yes, this truly is a fairy tale world.
This would probably be like heaven for me. At the very least, you know what would be heaven for me? Friggin' Master's Room. I am a slave to chocolate. I love chocolate. It's probably a bad... Am I addicted to chocolate? Probably. It's tasty though.
And yet, here in the sugary sweet room, there was one with such a sour face. He doesn't belong in this room. That scary old man.
Wait a minute. Mind what you say. You're being a bit rude.
Sorry, it won't happen again. You remind me of my old school teacher who used to get mad at me a lot.
A school teacher? I definitely don't want to think of my son being taught by such a man. Oh, that's just depressing, man. This just hurts. We're playing as Gregory, and now we get to hear his thoughts on his own son, and he loved his own son. And now he's saying he hopes that that Edgeworth is never taught by such a man, and yet we know that he becomes Von Karma's apprentice. That's just so painful. Eat the room. Let me eat the room to drown my sorrows. There's a burner and some chemicals over here. They were probably used to make desserts. What are these chemicals? The writing on the label say... number 1 punch-outs and number 9 saffron?
Are they poisons?
No, they're both used to make desserts. Seems to be artificial flavor and coloring. Punch-out is a catchy name for the fruit punch essence.
Very misleading.
Why would you call that stuff? What bothers me is what saffron stands for. Sulfuric acid flavor? I don't know.
Don't turn around. Don't turn around. If you do, you're only gonna eat that castle.
This forensics officer seems to be on a diet. Let's take a look at this. There's a cover on the wall, just like in Mr. Master's room.
Let's open it.
The room temperature is 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and the lights are set to green.
Gustavia said that 50 degrees Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature for fresh cream. This room's temperature is too high.
Yeah, so why? The temperature in Delicia's room is too high for fresh cream. Interesting. This is intriguing. Is this not cream? Oh. Wait. Is this not cream? That just made me think of the rules. Any decorations not made from desserts are prohibited. Could it be that this is not actually cream and that she's trying to fake it? That's the only thing I can think of if this is not cream. There's a cute candy fairy sitting on a tree stump. The cream decorations are melting. The fairy seems to be well made, but something feels slightly off. Ah, so the decorations are even melting. I still don't know why Von Karma was in the candy castle. What the? I can't believe this amazing castle is made of entirely out of confectionery.
I know. What a word fancy. It's like a fairy tale world.
You like all this fairy tale stuff, don't you?
Sorry. I got a bit too excited, didn't I?
No, it's interesting to me since you're so enthusiastic about it, unlike my son.
Your son?
He's only in grade school, yet he prefers to read law books instead of fairy tales. I'm worried that he won't be able to make any friends that he can talk to.
What an interesting kid. I'd like to be his friend.
I think you'd be more like an older brother to him.
An older brother, huh? Well, I've got some growing up to do then.
Yes, and that's why we have to continue with the investigation. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. The castle doors are open.
when someone opens a door, they really should remember to close it afterwards.
Would he say that directly to the prosecutor von Karma's face, though?
Huh? Looks like there's some stuff inside. Let's see.
What are... It looks like gold nuggets and blueprints?
Wait, I'll examine it. Stay out of the way.
Oh, wait! Hang on. I recognize one of those things, I think. Is that what I think it is? It is. Those rolled up, like tarps or whatever, they're the same as the one that was covering the body, or, in the photo. So why are they here?
This fresh cream melts too easily.
Cream is melting. A single touch can cause it to break. Eesh. It ain't looking good in here. Seems like Detective Bond's shoes got covered in cream. Why were these objects kept inside the candy castle?
If there isn't anything you want to investigate, you better speak up now.
Alright, I want to look at this.
There are rolls of blue cloth here. Looks like there's 4 of them into all.
They certainly don't look like desserts.
Yeah, I don't know what the cloth is for. It almost seems like it was hidden here inside the castle.
Also, the color of this cloth looks familiar somehow. What are these? I don't understand what these are.
2 big rocks are placed here. It's like a storage room.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I may see it. That's a bit... I don't understand what it means, but I think I know where they go. We're actually looking at it. There are these 2 pillars that look like they have, like, hexagonal holes in them on the top here. Look at the bottom of those rocks. It's kind of hard to tell with... I think it might be a bit hard to tell, but those look like hexagonal bombs on those rocks as well. I think they may slot into the castle here. Maybe to complete the look.
Yeah, inside the candy castle isn't so dreamy. Hey, maybe they're raw gemstones. You knew that there was such treasures hidden within the castle.
Seems like a rather careless way to handle treasure. It looks like there's something underneath the rocks.
Seems there's a pedestal attached to both these rocks.
Yep, there we go. The rocks in the castle have a pedestal attached to them for some reason. And I guarantee I can search these...
Of course, it's a pedestal for displaying the gems.
Well, in any case, this is no ordinary object. Let me examine these then. This pillar has a hexagonal recess.
Looks like a pedestal, but it has nothing in it.
Hexagonal recess, huh? I wonder what could have been put in there.
The 2 pillars have a hexagonal recess on top. What were they for? Well, we can fix something up.
A giant strawberry would fit with the fresh cream.
That's bad. I don't think strawberries are hexagonal.
I was just hoping.
Then I hope it's a banana.
I think I prefer blueberries. How do we manage to get 3 different things? Anyways, we got our logic. Let's combine it. The hexagonal recess and the pestle of the rocks. Those are what connect. It seems the decorations here are not completely finished. The rock's pestle has a similar shape to the recesses on the castle's pillars. Yes. Perhaps the rock is meant to be placed on top of the pillars.
Oh, that's right. They're both hexagonal.
I wonder why they were hidden inside the castle, though. I'm starting to get the feeling that Delicia's bit is kind of breaking the rules. Assuming those rocks aren't made of candy, then that would already be breaking the contest rule number 2. Any decorations not made from desserts are prohibited. And she could and what I'm assuming is, looking at how the castle is shaped, look to the, it's a bit hard to see with them covering it at the moment, but look to the left of like Raymond's head here. You can see that little cone shape, that little swirl on the castle. What I'm thinking it might be is those rocks are probably used as a base, and then the cream is probably used to wrap around it. But that in and of itself, I'm still sure would break the rule, because it would be using non-confectionaries as part of the contest. So I think that might be what's going on here. Blue cloth and the rocks inside the castle. I wonder if they belong to Delicia. Delicia, those things in the castle, what are they used for?
Those? I'm afraid I can't tell you.
Looks like Von Comp is keeping her silent.
I've been found out. You'll get mad at me if I talk.
Prosecutor Von Karma doesn't intend on being upfront with his information.
Aw, it's such a shame. We finally figured out where the rocks are supposed to go.
Could it be that you're interested in my goods?
Your goods?
Those are my popular relaxation goods.
You mean the rocks in the cloth?
Yes, see. That's right. You see, they're not actually rocks, but special lamps made from rock salt.
Wow, so those are the lamps.
It gets even more exciting. Because this cloth also has an amazing secret.
As soon as we showed her interest in her goods, she became quite talkative.
Since you got them out, come experience the therapy, boys. Patty, would you put everything up?
It's not baddie, it's bad.
So you won't do it? Is Patty being a bad boy?
What is happening here?
Labby, are you done photographing the room?
Yes, sir, I am.
Then go help Delicia.
Yes, sir, all right.
Thanks. I knew you were a good boy underneath, Patty.
Miss Alicia, delicious. That was amazing. You even persuaded Detective Bad.
Alright, let's see.
Thanks a lot, Patty. And you too, Frenzies.
She even gave the forensics a nickname.
I think that's her way of showing she cares.
What's so therapeutic about these things, anyway?
We don't have time for that now, Patty. The show's about to begin. Frenzies, missed ink touches, please.
Yes, ma'am. Oh,
What the? Huh.
It's...
wow, it's so beautiful.
It really is. Wish my son could see this.
What? I told you so, right? 4 fairies in the Curious King Castle was the theme of my work. It's so sparkly and cute, right?
It seems like one of them is missing something. Hmm? Is it?
The truth is, I had planned to unveil it during the contest. Well, I'm glad I got to show it to you boys.
Huh? But it doesn't look like the rock salt lamps are lining up.
Oh.
Huh? I wonder why.
I think I'll need to examine the rocks and the fairies again. Unlike the other fairies, this one doesn't have fluorescent cloth.
Miss Delicious, it's not right to leave one out.
I don't like it either. But one fluorescent cloth in the machine has gone missing.
I see. Well, we know where the fluorescent cloth went. You've lost a cloth. And a machine. What sort of machine is it? The machine I don't know about, but the cloth we know where it went.
Oh wait, let me tell you. Each piece of fluorescent cloth is hooked up to one of these machines. And the machine's called a rainbow light emit device. Light is sent through the cable and into the cloth, which is made of optic fibers. You just fiddle around with the setting a bit, and it will turn in all sorts of colors. When it glows red, it's like a raging inferno. When it glows blue, you can almost feel the glitter and cool ice. It's powered by a long-lasting battery that's resistant to changes in temperature.
I'm not very familiar with these kinds of devices.
Mr. Edgeworth, she's saying it's a machine that transmits light to the special cloth.
I see. It's amazing what they come up with these days.
So, one rainbow light device, one fluorescent cloth they're missing.
Well, I know where the cloth went. It's on the body for some reason.
Yes, see, that's right. Wherever they could be.
This fluorescent cloth, could it be related to the case? Yeah. Belongs to Delicia. One is missing. And then it said they inspect the rock, right? Okay, so I think I found the murder weapon.
This dessert made my shoes all dirty. If you come any closer, your shoes will be covered in cream too.
We've already seen what's behind the door. There's no need to look again. So, the castle door is adorned with a beautiful cloth. I think this was the cloth that was in the castle.
Entranceways are always beautiful. That's what a detective thinks.
Yes, after Detective Bad's shoes are trampled all over it. But this is no time for snide remarks. Looks like both the lamps and the pillars are broken.
Both the light bulbs are broken.
Maybe they were dropped on the floor.
There's some sort of red stain on this lamp's surface.
A stain? Could it be?
That smell. There's no mistaking it. It's a blood stain.
Yep. This is probably what killed all the victim then.
That's a bloodstain?
Why is there blood stain on this lamp? I wonder if this has something to do with the case, with the lamp bulb being broken. I should also take a look at the other lamp here. Yeah, is this one also broke? So this is where Delicia originally intended to put the lamps.
I don't get why she put them in the castle.
Since they're broken and don't light up, maybe she decided to put them out of the way?
She wanted them out of the way. There are many other places to store them.
Like that old saying, hide the salt in the sugar bag.
I think the saying goes, hide a tree in the forest. If Delicia intended to use these lamps as decorations during the contest, it creates a contradiction with that piece of evidence. I need to deduce the contradiction at the scene. Before we check that, let's finally talk to you. Wait.
What is it, Mr. Attorney? Something about that ladder's bothering you?
Detective Bad. It's actually a... Shut up. It's actually a stepladder.
They're both the same to me.
They're completely different. Look at their basic nature.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth. You tell him.
I hate you all.
Huh? It's delicious. You don't seem as interject as you were earlier.
Delicia, can I just ask, did something happen with Von Karma?
Yesy. Nothing of the sort.
But you said yesy.
That Yesy was just now was only a greeting. You're a cute boy. I like you. What's your first name?
Huh? It's Raymond, but...
Well, Ray, I think you'll make a good man of yourself someday.
Ray?
How about that? I think you have a way with British ladies. Apologies.
She's a little different from my image of a lady.
Why don't we listen to what she has to say? Look in my badge.
Oh, what's that?
This badge is proof that I'm a defense attorney.
What? I'll show you mine too. This just has proof that I'm a pastry chef.
Is that so? But aren't those sold in stores?
Hey, it's not the hat that's important. It's the spirit you wear the hat with that matters.
So then, wouldn't that mean just about anyone can become a pastry chef? What about the cloth?
Looks like this caught your eye. The way this cloth works. I wonder if it's okay for me to tell you about it. Sorry, I can't talk about this cloth.
What? How strange. I wonder if Von Karma told her to stay quiet about it. Ah, whoopsie daisy. Hang on, I didn't finish talking to you. Could you tell me about your actions during the contest?
Yes, see, we began making desserts for the contest around 10 o'clock. Basically, I was in here making my desserts the whole time. After my fast one, I joined the afternoon tea for about an hour or so.
Afternoon tea.
It's a social occasion. The conversation is had over black tea and cakes. So it's pretty much a tea party.
Well, I suppose.
Oh, Greggy, you're a smart boy, aren't you?
When did I become a Greggy? Well, where was the afternoon tea held?
It took place in the gardens, outside the fountain patio. It's our customary break time during the contest. It's always held at the same time.
Alright.
See, there were just 3 of us who took part. Jeffy, Katie, and me.
Jeff, Kate, and you.
Since Jeffy had already finished his creations, he's there from the beginning, from beginning to end. Icy and Gusty didn't join in because they hadn't finished their desserts yet.
Icy? Is Icy the victim? Oh, Icy. Sick. Gotcha. You're talking about, okay. So, everyone other than Mr. Dova and Mr. Gustavia participated?
Yeah, actually, I hadn't finished my dessert yet either. I just wanted to try some of Jeffy's handmade pastries and Katie's fresh brewed tea. So, after I'd eaten my fill, I returned before everyone else.
During the contest, did you enter any of the other contestants' rooms?
Eh? What are you saying?
Oh? We found your fingerprints on the desserts at the crime scene.
You found them?
Are you admitting that you went to the scene of the murder?
I admit, but I'm not the murderer. It's the honest truth. Please, hear me out.
Alright, let me hear it. What'd you do? What were you doing in Mr. Master's room?
The truth is, I was studying his desserts.
Studying.
Because Jeff's so talented at making sweets. Well, nobody was in his room at the time, so I just decided to study his works for a bit.
Alicia went to Mr. Master's room to study his desserts. Okay.
But if you were just looking, then you wouldn't have left your fingerprints behind.
Yes, see, it's natural I left my fingerprints on desserts. For the sake of research, I ate some of the desserts.
Oh, what? Wait, are you saying that the reason the piece is gone from every piece of dessert is because you ate it? Bruh. Isn't that like stealing food? It couldn't be. The one who wrecked Mr. Master's room was...
I'm sorry. It wasn't my intention to vandalize the room, but I did eat a few parts of the desserts in this room. I secretly ate little bits and pieces so Jeffy wouldn't find out.
So, did you eat the ship stand as well?
Yep, I did.
What part?
The chocolate ship broke. Because of you.
I'm sorry.
So, the reason she left after the afternoon tea earlier was to preserve her appetite.
But you gotta believe me on this. I'm not the murderer.
Her actions are sufficiently suspicious, but I won't press on it yet. Alright. In that case, let's take a look at the logic. Bloodstained rock lamp. He was probably beaten to death with the rock lamp, right? Yep. There is evidence that the victim was beaten to death with a blunt object. What's more, there's a bloodstain on one of the broken rock salt lamps. Could this lamp have been the murder weapon?
You're right. It could have been used as a weapon.
Labby, is the blood analysis on this rock salt lamp finished?
Yes, sir. It finished just a few moments ago. The bloodstain on that lamp belongs to the victim.
You heard what he said.
So this is most likely the murder weapon then. Placed in Delicia's room, stained with the victim's blood. The murder weapon was hidden in Delicia's room. You consider her as one of the suspects as well. I don't think it's her, but... yeah. The fragile desserts and the high temperature room also probably connect. Yeah. She's keeping this room at a higher temperature than it should be. The reason the fresh cream is so fragile is due to the temperature in this room.
So my shoes got creamed. Because the room temperature is set at 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
Speaking of which, when you opened the castle door, the doorknob didn't break. Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, it was stronger than I thought.
Strong. A dessert. Weird. Detective Bad, could you have a closer look at that doorknob? Is it not?
This is...
It would seem this doorknob isn't a dessert. Yep, that breaks the rule then. So that might be something that Delicia's trying to hide. She's breaking the rule.
It's not just the doorknob. The castle and the fairies. They're just plastic molds covered in fresh cream.
Yep, that breaks the rules.
Then this isn't a dessert piece at all.
It would seem that they're just fake desserts covered in fresh cream. Delicia made fake desserts. What are her true intentions? Wait, that might... Hang on. Go back to logic. That's why. She was trying to figure out how to make actual desserts? Is that why? Nope, never mind. Not a shining example of logic. No good. That line of logic seems too unreasonable. Ow! Never mind. Well, we still need to go back to this. So, what did it say in regards to this again? Delicia intends to use these lamps as decorations during the contest. It creates a contradiction with that piece of evidence. Oh, duh. Deduce. These ain't candy. They're just lamps. And what does that break? The rules. Detective Bad, please read the contest leaflet.
Any decorations not made from desserts are prohibited.
These rock salt lamps and the fluorescent cloths go against the rules. Alicia used other objects besides desserts for her decorations. Yep.
So maybe that's why they were hidden in the castle.
I wonder about that. I think we should investigate further into Delicia's actions. I think now we can do some more logic. So these would combine, right? Bingo. Using decorations that were against the rules, and making fake desserts. A lot of Delicia's actions seem suspicious.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like she's aiming to be the world's greatest pastry chef.
Also, the temperature of this room is way too high. Is there a reason for that?
Delicia made fake desserts by covering plastic molds with fresh cream. I wonder. I think we should ask Delicia directly. Delicia, it's time to start talking. The room temperature. Delicia, why is the room temperature set to 68 degrees Fahrenheit?
The cold doesn't agree with me. Plus, it's bad for the body.
It's not good for your cake, though, either. Or cream, whatever.
This figure doesn't just maintain itself, you know. Naturally, as a lady, I want to look as young forever.
I wonder, how old Miss Delicious really is? Mystery. Raymond, a true gentleman never asks a woman her age.
This room is mainly filled with cream, and 50 degrees Fahrenheit is the recommended temperature for preserving fresh cream.
What? Really? Now it's all gone to waste.
It looks like Mr. Delicious didn't know. Miss Delicious didn't know. Delicio seems to be lacking in the basic knowledge of dessert making. Great.
I thought she was supposed to be a first-class pastry chef.
The fake desserts and the rule violations, and now her lack of basic knowledge. It looks like she keeps many secrets. Dessert study, lacking knowledge. She just doesn't even know how to make desserts, right? She doesn't know what she's doing. Delicia's knowledge in the art of dessert making is lacking in fundamental areas. And she claims she went to Mr. Master's room in order to study his desserts. These actions and ideas are not fitting of someone aiming to be the world's greatest pastry chef.
Yeah, they don't sound like the words of a pro. It's like she doesn't even realize it. Or
maybe she isn't a real pastry chef. Perhaps she had some other intention. It's possible that she didn't go into the room to study desserts.
So then, are you saying Miss Delicious is the criminal?
We can't say that for sure yet. But I know she's hiding something from us. There we go. Heal! Alright.
that's enough. Investigating.
We found much more than I expected. Yeah. And yet, something from before still bothers me. Prosecutor Von Karma must have found the murder weapon in this room. So then, why did he let Delicia be? Firstly, I must ascertain Von Karma's true motives. Detective Bad, I would like you to ask Prosecutor Von Karma something.
I've also got business with him. And Alicia there too.
What's your need be, Barry? Don't hurt me like that.
It seems Detective Bad also has his doubts about Delicia and Von Karma. So why? Delicia, would you come with us for a moment?
Yesy, that's fine. What for?
We have to find Von Karma. There are some things we need to talk about. Where is he? December 24th, 8:05 p.m., contest venue, Fountain Park patio. There he is. Prosecutor Von Karma, we need to talk about the case.
From the looks on your face, I assume you found the murder weapon.
Yeah, and you should have as well. You were literally in the castle. So why didn't you say anything? Yes. We discovered the murder weapon in Delicia's room. It would seem Mr. Master isn't the only suspect in this case.
Bah, that's not true. Where the murder weapon was found does not change the fact that Master is the culprit. As long as I am here.
Why is Von Karma so sure of himself? Well then, aren't you going to explain? Why the murder weapon was in Delicia's room?
Naturally. If you wish to know, I'll tell you. Oh, here we go! Titans are fighting here. Here we go.
About the murder weapon.
In order to pin the crime on Delicia, Master used the rock salt to kill the victim. He then deposited the murder weapon in Delicia's room. If he had left the murder weapon at the crime scene, Master would have been the one suspected. He couldn't move the body, but it was easy to move the murder weapon. Ergo, there would be no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at its crime scene.
Whoa! What? My glasses! Mr. Master took the rock salt lamp. Also, hold on. I noticed something interesting about that shock spray. First of all, that was great. I love the glasses flying back. But most importantly, there was something at the end of the animation that kind of surprised me. There was a smile, I'm pretty sure, at the end of that animation. Like, he had, like, a faint, like, grin. That was hilarious, though. I love that. Mr. Master took the rock salt lamp.
Precisely. I carried out the investigation myself. There can be no room for doubt.
Do you have evidence that he moved it?
That will not be necessary.
What?
If you have an objection, say it. Do you think a mere defense attorney can break my logic?
Well, we're about to find out, aren't we? About the murder weapon. In order to pin the crime on Delicia, Master used the rock salt lamp to kill the victim. Who took the rock salt lamp from Delicia's room?
Exactly. In order to kill Dover, he prepared the murder weapon beforehand.
But the murder weapon wasn't found in Delicia's room. Doesn't that place suspicion on Delicia too?
I'm not finished. Master killed Dover.
He then deposited the murder weapon in Delicia's room. So, the murder weapon was the rock salt lamp hidden inside the Candy Castle.
I discovered the murder weapon when I entered the castle. Be thankful, defense attorney, that you too came by this information.
Why was it necessary for you to enter the castle?
Yeah, maybe he's interested in candy castles.
Objection. Why, you? Do you think I went in there because I wanted to? The detectives at the scene were useless, so I had to investigate myself.
I wasn't in charge of the initial investigation.
Detective Bad joined the investigation halfway through.
Bah, a certain work ethic is required if you are to gain my trust. This is a flagrant waste of time. I'll continue.
If he had left the murder weapon at the crime scene, Master would have been the one suspected. Alright. Wouldn't there be a body left behind in his room? Or wouldn't the body left behind in his room also be cause for suspicion? Moreover... Uh-oh.
I have a favorite saying. I'd like to share it with you. Even dogs can wait. Wait until I've finished.
That's exactly what I'd like to say to you. He couldn't move the body, but it was easy to move the murder weapon. Are you saying that Mr. Master removed the murder weapon and hid the body in the chest?
He believed that if he hid it inside of his own work, it would not be discovered.
So savory.
Don't you mean so sorry?
She shows no signs of remorse.
He moved the murder weapon and left the body at the scene.
Ergo, there would be no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at this crime scene. How can you conclude that Mr. Master is the killer without any evidence?
You think that will shake me? You disappoint me. As long as the body was found in Miss Master's room, he's the prime suspect. Objection!
Is there really no evidence pointing to anyone else at the crime scene? Surely there's room for further investigation.
Insolent attorney. Another investigation is not necessary. Master must be the killer. If you think differently, seize these pointless words and speak with evidence.
Think back to the crime scene. If Mr. Master isn't the killer, there must have been something there incriminating someone else. Seems that Von Karma won't be shaken easily. I'll just have to present evidence that contradicts his reasoning. In order to pin the crime on Delicia, Master used the rock salt to kill the victim. He then deposited the murder weapon in Delicia's room. If he had left the murder weapon at the crime scene, Master would be the one suspected. He could not move it. There would be no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at the crime scene.
Objection!
Yep, the cloth. Well, it's true that the murder weapon and bloodstains disappeared from the vicinity. However, there was still one piece of incriminating evidence left behind. Have a look at this photograph, which was taken when the body was first discovered. The cloth. This cloth was used to wrap the body. Doesn't it remind you of the fluorescent cloth from Delicia's room?
Fluorescent cloth? Was that the crime scene?
Fluorescent cloth. You, just what part of this cloth is fluorescent?
I guess Von Karma doesn't know about this cloth secret.
It looks like a normal cloth at first glance, but if you use this rainbow light device, you can make it glow.
Frosty Von Karma seems a little surprised.
I don't think it was the cloth's ability to glow that surprised him. One sheet of this fluorescent cloth is currently unaccounted for. Now, I'd like you to look at the color of the cloth in this photo. Don't you think it looks like the color of the fluorescent cloth before it's been lit up? Both the rock salt lamp and the fluorescent cloth originally belonged to Delicia. Wouldn't it be natural to assume that this cloth was used to wrap the body? Prosecutor Von Karma, I believe the present conditions give us much reason to suspect Delicia. What? What the? How did you... Wait, what? How did you raise that? What was underneath that just picked it up?
Hold it, Craigie. Do you really suspect me?
I don't yet know if you are the culprit. But it is true that you're hiding something. Am I right?
That's...
So, you're saying that the murder weapon and the cloth were originally from Delicia's room?
Yes. What's so funny?
Just as I expected from you.
Huh?
The murder weapon and the cloth are not from her room. How unfortunate for you.
What? What does he mean? What does he mean?
Before the contest began, Master noticed her violation of the rules. He confiscated the cloth and the rock salt lamp and kept them in his room for safekeeping.
Look! Yeah, look at the sprite. He has a smile.
The victim was not seen, as he stayed locked up in his room after the contest had begun. The only one who would have unlocked the locked rooms was Jeff Master. And the murder weapon, the rock salt lamp, was being kept in Master's room. This should be decisive evidence in proving Master's guilt. Defense attorney. You've lost to me before you even had a chance to stand in court.
What's this? What? Was all our investigating for nothing? Miss Delicious, why didn't you tell us about your confiscated items?
Well, Mary said I'd look suspicious if I did.
About you of Karma.
It's true. You all suspect me, don't you?
How clumsy of you, defense attorney.
Karma. So that's why he let us investigate Delicia's room.
And in your clumsiness, there's one more thing I need to inform you of. 2 sets of fingerprints were found on the murder weapon.
2?
Yes, they belonged to Jeff Master and Delicia Scones. No other fingerprints were found. After Master killed Dover with the confiscated rock salt lamp, he foolishly concealed the murder weapon but burying his own fingerprints in its owner's room. I don't even need to prove my case in court. I have more than enough perfect evidence to prove Master's guilt.
Objection!
Hold it. I still have some doubts about the fluorescent cloth found in Mr. Master's room.
Bah, irrelevant. After disposing of the body, he intended to return it to Delicia's room.
I don't have enough information to refute Von Karma's reasoning.
Nothing left to say. If your job is done, leave this place.
That's... I can't give up yet.
We've wasted enough time as it is. Bad, take them away.
Huh? What the...
There's still some doubts left in our investigation.
Is it bad?
What's the meaning of this?
It's not my nature to leave any doubts behind. There is still one piece of evidence that is yet to be identified.
That's right. There are still the traces someone left behind.
Bah, talk about your doubts as much as you want later. But this, my dear attorney, is none of your business.
Objection!
Is it? No, I also have some doubts about one piece of evidence. It's likely that I have the same doubts Detective Bad has. This is a piece of evidence left in Mr. Master's room that is yet to be identified. The frame fingerprints. What are these? Somebody left gloved finger marks on one of Mr. Master's desserts. If these were the killer's finger marks, then it's possible that the killer also didn't leave any fingerprints on the murder weapon.
How did you know the state of the crime scene?
We gave them permission to investigate.
Bad. What possessed you to let a defense attorney into the crime scene?
I don't recall. You tell me not to let them in.
Bah, such impudence. You best remember, Bad. Your salary review depends on me.
This isn't good for Bad. I'm so glad I have a kind boss like Mr. Edgeworth. Your salary review depends on how you perform here.
I'm surprised at what a mere attorney like you managed to uncover in such a short time. However, it's possible those finger marks were Master's own doing. Because he always wore gloves while cooking.
Objection!
I don't know.
Do you have evidence that those finger marks were left by Master? And moreover, there are still a few points of suspicion surrounding Delicia. Oh? You still haven't given up on that?
Greggy, you still suspect me? I've already apologized for stealing a few bats.
I don't want to suspect you. However, I can't easily trust those who tell lies. You must still be hiding something.
Greggy's a bully.
Don't you know the temperature a fresh cream must be kept at? You call yourself a dessert chef, but you lack even the most basic knowledge.
I'm sorry for my lack of knowledge.
In your case, it's not even about the lack of knowledge. In truth, you don't even know how to make desserts, do you? Wait, hang on. Uh-oh. Defense attorney, stop trying to force your own reasoning. In a court of law, the evidence tells all. If you say the witness is lying, show it with evidence. We're not in court yet, but very well. This evidence shows that the Delicia can't make desserts. The fake desserts. If you know how to make stuff, then why are you making fakes? The only things Delicia made were those that broke the rules. Objection! The lamp and the cloth that broke the rules were being held in Master's room. There's no way the witness could have returned them to her room. Objection! Did you not check the rest of the stuff? Those were not the only fake desserts she made. What? Her desserts may look like something out of a fairy tale at first glance. But in reality, they are nothing but mannequins decorated with cream. Apart from the cream, they're all fake! This is not something one aiming to become the world's greatest pastry chef would do. Is this true, Rad?
Yes, my shoot can attest to that.
Will that be enough to convince Prosecutor Von Karma?
Once he sees what Delicia has done, he'll have no choice but to be convinced. Delicia, the fact that your actions could lead to you being a suspect is no laughing matter.
I didn't murder.
Isn't it time you told us the whole truth? Who are you? Why were you indulging yourself in another contestant's work?
Yes, I understand.
Tell us the truth.
The truth is, I'm not really a dessert chef, like I let you believe. I'm actually a pharmacist.
Oh, what?
What? A pharmacist?
That's a completely different occupation. It's no wonder he couldn't hide his surprise. Why is a pharmacist like you participating in this contest?
I just love eating desserts. I joined because I thought I'd be able to eat some of Jeffy's desserts.
Bruh.
I never thought I'd end up making it to finals.
This is ludicrous. Even Prosecutor Von Karma is at a loss for words.
So, that's the real reason why you entered the contest?
Yes, see, I suspected Jeffy's desserts were oh so good.
So, the glove finger marks on the picture frame were your doing?
No way, I never wore gloves.
Delicia's fingerprints were found on Mr. Master's chocolates. So it is true that she wasn't wearing gloves. Yeah, if it were her fingerprints, like why would she suddenly just put gloves on for one specific item?
Yes, see, exactly. You do believe me, Braggy.
I didn't say that.
Is your face stuffed with nothing but desserts?
Sorry, Manny.
I think it's her belly that's stuffed. Were Master's desserts all that you ate?
Actually, no. After the afternoon tea, I'll see Icy's desserts.
You mean you entered the victim's room?
Yes, see, exactly. The room was empty after all.
Oh. Perhaps the victim was already dead by then.
But my first bite tasted way too salty and I couldn't eat it. So I ate the delicious star-shaped dessert that was nearby.
It's delicious. Miss Delicious, you really are a glutton.
It is rare you see a woman with this kind of appetite.
That's all I did. Greggy, Mamie, everyone, I'm sorry I caused you trouble.
Now that you've told us the truth, everything's fine. There's no need to apologize.
This does not mean that your testimony is trustworthy. I'll be investigating the victim's room after this. Only then will I decide if your testimony is true.
Gracia Von Karma, I'd like to go as well. I also need to ascertain whether my reasoning until now has been correct.
I'll let you follow, but I have no intention of letting you investigate.
Don't tell me I'm gonna have you a partner. That's enough. That's enough for me. This is gonna be wild if I actually get to play partner. December 24th, 9 p.m., contestant venue, Dover's room.
What is the meaning of this?
Huh? What the? The whole room's melted.
Search in the victim's room and disappeared without a trace.
Oh.
Was this a true killer's doing? A body that was hidden inside its sir, and a murder weapon that was moved. Her investigation would be required to arrive at the truth of this case.
To be continued. Let's keep her going. This case is really interesting. All right. Oh, what? What? What do you mean? Huh? We're back in the present. Okay. That's really weird. Why are we... Okay. April 2nd, 10:15 a.m., Zodiac Art Gallery, Fountain Patio.
Oops, I guess I went on a little too long there.
Something like that happened. I had no idea. None of the case files I read went into such detail.
Well, I doubt there would be anything in there that would be inconvenient to the prosecution. Especially with that Von Karma at the head.
How did the investigation go from there?
The results had disappeared from the victim's room, so the investigation hit a rough patch. Thanks to that, it took about a whole year before a verdict was handed down.
1 whole year?
This was before the whole 3-day pre-trial system was established. Trials didn't need to finish in a short amount of time that they do now.
I see. Did they ever find out why the victim's desserts disappeared?
Well, kinda. His dessert was like a candy ice sculpture made from sherbet.
So it seems like they just melted, but it sounds like someone altered the temperature then, right?
Since it was made from ice, the general consensus was that it had melted. However, that may not quite be the case.
What do you mean?
This museum used to be Mr. Master's mansion.
The stage of the IS-7 incident.
And in this very place, they're exhibiting the sherbet salon from 18 years ago.
The victim's dessert?
Yep, though it could be just a replica of the original. That's why Uncle Ray had to come today to check it out. And for your old man, too. Now then, let's get a move on and check out the room. I'm pretty sure it's all over in the Winter Palace.
Alright.
The Winter Palace should be... Huh? It's locked up. That's odd. They've already opened the museum.
Mr. Shields, according to the pamphlet we received at the entrance, the Winter Palace is over here. Ah, we lost all the evidence, but we have this. Art Gallery pamphlet, received at the entrance of the Zodiac Art Gallery. Touch to check. Spring Palace, Summer Palace, Winter Palace, Autumn Palace. Fountain Patio, Section Room, Records Room, Gardens, Elevator, I assume. Opening 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Taurus, Gemini. Associated temperatures, seasons, and constellations. Okay. The IS-7 incident. The prosecutor was Manfred Von Karma, and the defense attorney was Gregory Edgeworth. Isaac Dover's body was discovered inside a chocolate chest made by Jeffrey Master. The death was due to blunt trauma to the head given by a rock salt lamp. Blood was shed. The defendant, Mr. Master, was found guilty of the murder and is now currently serving jail time. but it seems like the case was never really finished.
Really? Could've sworn it was this one. Alright, let's see. We gotta confirm the truth of what happened 18 years ago.
Alright, alright. That's... Oh my gosh. Ronnie! It's the mask! There's also a kid here with a backpack.
Man, still as cold as ever. Uncle Ray's going pretty solid.
It seems the Winter Palace lives up to its name. It's like a freezer in here. With the light dimmed like this, it's almost as if the room itself is made of ice.
I think the control panel for the room temperature is on the back wall.
Yep, there it is.
Miles, why don't you check what the temperature is set to for me? Uncle Ray is gonna give the curator a piece of his mind later. It's way too cold in here for me.
Very well. Actually, we might be able to find out ourselves, right? Winter Palace. What are the statues in here? I see a woman, a goat, and I don't know what else, but a woman and a... I don't know if that is a goat, but whatever. A woman. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. It says it here. Taurus and Gemini. So this is 27 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 3 degrees Celsius. There we go.
But if you want to look around the room a bit, feel free to stay or freeze to your heart's content. I'll get the camera ready. I want to take some pictures of this place and show it to your old man.
Understood. I have to talk. Look!
Well, how about this? I'll yell out, Master Mask is here!
Yes, it's me! It's my Master Mask!
Good, good. Wait, Ronnie, if you see that, you'll get arrested. Come on, if we don't play it properly, we won't be able to sell it.
What are these two talking about?
What are you two doing here? Miles, can I ask you something?
Of course. What is it?
Is it okay to take photos in this room?
What? Haven't you checked?
But if you haven't gotten any warnings about it, then it should be fine.
Ah, sorry. Well, to be honest, I would have taken some anyway. Your man has always wanted to investigate this Winter Palace after all.
If my father had seen this room, would he have found something? If he had, the results of the trial might have also... No, there's no point in thinking that now. Hello, kid. There's a boy with a school bag. Did he come to the art gallery by himself?
She even quit her job in order to run this museum.
I don't really get it. Perhaps one of his parents knows the curator. There are two sculptures displayed here.
These sculptures are replicas of the desserts that vanished 18 years ago.
Ah!
Impressive, huh? These sculptures made of ice.
I see. Okay. Yes. So with that, I wonder if we're at all going to be going backwards, back to playing with Gregory. I don't think so, though. It sounds like, considering what I just read here, it sounds as though investigation just completely ground to a halt as soon as they realized that everything was melted. And besides, we also now know what the incident ended up showing with the master being found guilty. But it doesn't seem like that's the truth. I don't think so. Yes. My father never got to see the ice sculptures. And now, 18 years later, I'm standing before them.
Miles, sorry to bother you while you're deep in thought. Could you turn this way a little?
Like this.
Yes, like that.
Mr. Shields, you're not...
Say cheese!
Mr. Shields, please don't take pictures of me.
Sorry, my bad. I just want to make sure the camera works okay.
that camera looks quite old.
Yeah, well, that's because it's an old-fashioned camera. You know, an instant camera. It automatically develops the photos after shooting. Pretty cool, huh?
Yes, I know. Though I've never used one.
You're quite the know-it-all. You really are the old man's son. Could you move a bit? I want to take some more photos of the room.
Bruh. His face has taken on an unusually serious expression. He's probably thinking about the IS-7 incident.
Man, I snapped a bunch. And they're already developed, see?
He shoved them in my face before I could reply. I see something of interest. That rock in the middle. That rock lamp. That's one of the ones that, Delicia had, right?
Well, I have one more question for you, Mr. Know-It-All. Do you know what these two sculptures represent?
The sculptures of Taurus and Gemini from the winter constellations.
Oh, bingo! Not bad, Miles. That's probably why they call this room the Winter Palace.
Is there gonna be another murder?
Uncle Ray's feeling generous today, so I'll give you a copy of this photo, too.
Thanks? Identical to the sherbet desserts the victim made 18 years ago. Are these replicas of the constellation desserts that were made 18 years ago?
Yeah, it looks like these two sculptures are also made out of sherbet. Uncle Ray's only seen the real sculptures in photos. But these sculptures look like the real deal.
This was what you wanted to show me?
Yeah, I think your man would have wanted you to see it as well. I'm sorry, Uncle Ray didn't have the courage to come here alone.
Don't apologize. This was a good opportunity to learn about my father's case.
That means a lot to me. So, you want me to take another commemorative photo?
No, thanks. I'm not in the mood. A giant block of ice is being displayed here. It appears to be quite heavy. No, the inside must be hollow. On the surface, there is an image of the stars and a written description. The Pleiades, also known as the Seven Sisters, a star cluster that comprises a part of Taurus. But for all these stars to be grouped together as a cluster, the ways of the ancient people must have been very imprecise. At the very least, I hope, I don't know, are we going to be dealing with the murder? For some reason, a giant block of ice is on display. There's a description written on the surface. Castor and Pollux. Every December, large meteor showers appear in the direction of these two stars.
And so, that's the mask.
And then those two are being rather noisy and distracting. It can't be helped. I should go look for another exhibit. Let's look at this. Mr. Shields, I can't find the temperature control panel.
Ah, right. They keep it where it's hard to find. Just one moment. Huh? It's locked. Makes sense. They wouldn't want the guests to change into the temperatures themselves.
According to the pamphlet, the Winter Palace has a temperature of 27 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ugh, no, that's cold. Uncle Ray's gonna freeze to death. Guess I'll need to find someone to share body heat with. Preferably a beautiful lady. Oh, are you trying to freeze me to death as well with those cold eyes?
Of course not.
Alrighty, now I've got some pictures of this room. Let's check out the other palaces. Might as well see them all, since we're already here.
I suppose you're right. Oh god. Yeah, just now.
It came from the fountain patio. Let's go, Miles.
What the? Larry! Why are you here? Also, what is going on? Is he dead? There's someone passed out on the floor. And that man there is... Help! Larry, what are you doing here? No, I'm getting ahead of myself. What exactly happened here?
Edgy! I saw something no one should ever have to see again!
Larry, calm down. Why is there someone passed out here?
I didn't do anything. He just fell down all of a sudden. This man, he can't be.
Oh, wait! Oh, hey! What the? Hi.
Excuse me, but what's the matter here? You can't raise such a ruckus in the museum, boys.
You two.
This scent is... Seems like he's still breathing, but this is a bad situation. Miles, it's not safe here. Get everyone out of here.
Everyone, get away from that room right now. There's poison gas coming out from it. What is going on? Why is there poison?
April 2nd, 10:42 a.m., Zodiac Art Gallery. Fountain patio.
What happened? And why are you here?
Hi, Edgy.
Mr. Shields, how's the victim?
Looks like he breathed in a little too much of that poison gas. He's still unconscious. According to the doctor in the ambulance, there's no external injuries or any other wounds. Thanks to our fortunate timing, we were able to save him from before he was too far gone.
Okay, so he's alive.
But he's not out of the woods yet. He's currently being treated by a specialist in the infirmary.
I see. Mr. Shields, is he an acquaintance of yours?
Yeah, you could say that. He's Dan Gustavia. He was involved in the I-7 incident.
Yeah, it was him. He got white hair, I'm pretty sure. Pastry chef. So he was involved in the case 18 years ago.
At least the other guys are doing alright. Is he a friend of yours, Miles?
In a way. Yes, you could say that. It is fortunate you were not hurt, Larry.
What you can say that supposed to mean, Edgy? How could you treat a childhood friend like that? This is cruel.
Larry, I'm so sick of your shenanigans. I'm going to take a quick break. So I can text a family member, happy birthday. Happy birthday. There's your name. Alright, there we go. I just texted someone happy birthday. Anyways.
Also, when I'm dressed like this, I'm called Laurice Denome, you know? So don't call me Larry. It's Laurice.
This man is Larry Butts. He's nothing but trouble, but he's been one of my friends since grade school. Some time ago, he awakened to the calling of art and assumed the alias Laurice Denome. But her butts by any other name would smell just as much.
Really? You two are childhood friends? I better report that to your old man, too. I'm sure it would bring him joy. He was always worried about you not being able to make friends. Good for you, Edgy. Aren't you glad to have a bosom buddy like me?
My father was worried about something like that. But anyway, what are you doing in a place like this, Larry?
How many times do I have to tell you, Edgy? I'm Laurice!
What are you doing in a place like this?
Yeah, don't glare at me like that when you talk.
So are you going to tell me?
Isn't it obvious? I've come here to study art. I'm gonna take Mandy on a date here, so I was doing some scouting beforehand.
Mandy? Aren't you just using art as an excuse to go on a date? For what, the 15th time now?
Not bad, Laurice. Maybe you can introduce some pretty girls to me now.
No. I will drag you away from him, Ray.
Oh, now you're talking my language, dude.
I think I'm getting a headache.
By the way, Laurice, did you notice anything strange when you found the victim? No, really.
Nothing that would make you say, I saw something that no one should ever have to see?
Oh, yeah, that. I was just surprised when I saw that old dude fall down out of nowhere like that. I thought I saw another dead body. I didn't do anything this time for once.
Is that anything to brag about? Oh, it's you.
Visitors, we wish to deeply apologize for the disturbance. I am the curator of this museum. My name is Catherine Hall.
She's also one of the people involved in the I-7 incident.
Hello there, Miss Kate.
Monsieur Shields, thank you for your continued assistance.
She was the woman we saw at the reception. So she's a curator here.
We apologize for the inconvenience. especially since it's the opening day.
No, you don't have to apologize for a thing, Miss Kay. Ah, I almost forgot. Let me introduce you to someone. This is Miles Edgeworth. He's Gregory Edgeworth's son.
Oh, Monsieur Edgeworth.
Hi. Oh dear. Not the song again. Hello. I am not a defense attorney.
Wow, that was amazing. You still got that golden voice, Miss Kay.
Actually, I'm a prosecutor.
Oh, so you are a prosecutor? My most sincere apologies, Monsieur Edgeworth.
This one is very polite, but slightly odd.
Kay, can I get your autograph right here, pretty please?
No.
Yes, if you so desire.
Why do you want an autograph?
Hey, don't tell me. You don't know who she is? My, you really don't keep up with the entertainment news, do you, Miles?
What? What is this unbearable atmosphere?
She's a superstar actress who's been in tons of musicals and movies. She's a great singer, too.
Currently, I am the curator of this museum. I have already retired from the stage. I finished filming my role from my last movie a few days ago. My co-stars also said that they would come here once I open the doors. And here you are, Monsieur Artiste. I return this to you.
Thanks a bunch, Kay. I'll treasure for the rest of my life. Well, looks like me and Larice share the same interests.
I swear to God, you two are going to cause too much chaos. No, I will drag you away from this game, Ray. Don't make me do this. So I gathered. Larry, you said you're here to study art. Why don't you practice drawing as well? Since you're here at Miss Hall's Art Museum.
Oh, it would be an honor to have Monsieur Artiste sketch our exhibits.
Oh, I guess even you have some good ideas every now and then, Edgy. A little bit of sketching for Kay or...
Was an amusing person.
Forgive the disturbance. Incidentally, who was the woman that was with you earlier?
That was Madame Delicia Scones. She's currently assisting in the treatment of Monsieur Gustavia in the infirmary.
Oh yeah, I forgot she is a pharmacist. She would be the best to handle with it.
Even though I said infirmary, since this is an art museum now, it is only provisional. As I am the only staff member working here, I cannot take a leave of my duties for too long.
Delicia Scones. I believe we heard of that name before, Mr. Shields.
Yep, looks like the whole gang from the IS-7 incident is here.
We're probably gonna have to try and figure out... So there's two mysteries to figure out now, I think. First of all, who poisoned Gustavia here? Like, why did he suddenly just get poisoned? And second off, who was the real killer of the IS-7 incident? Because it couldn't have been Jeff. And while it might be too late to save him, because I don't know if he's even still alive, okay? Or how old he is, and the fact that he's lost 18 years of his life at this point. We at least should still try and find the truth. Because it doesn't seem like Jeff was the killer.
Well, I doubt that's a coincidence.
Monsieur Shields, Monsieur Edgeworth, would you care for some hot tea?
Oh, Miss Kate's tea. That takes me back.
Yes, if you please. I will accept a glass of tea. Clatter, clatter. Clang, clang.
Now, I must take my leave. I must explain the situation to the other visitors.
All right, thanks for everything. I swear to God, if I get poisoned, I'm going to kill you.
Hey! It smells like Ceylon tea. I should drink it before it cools. Oh, the Ceylon tea is of very high quality. And its aroma citrus.
This wonders for your concentration, right? The old man said the exact same thing 18 years ago. But the sauces back then were chilled. Today they're warm.
Anyway, Don't you think this current situation is rather unusual?
You mean how everyone involved in the case 18 years ago is gathered here at this museum?
Yes, I would like to be in charge of this case, if at all possible. It's not exactly a murder case we're dealing with, it sounds like.
Mr. Edwards, sir, are you okay?
Mr. Edwards, Mr. Shields! Came here as fast as I could when I heard that you were done in by poison gas.
My two favorite goofballs. It is finally time for Goof O'Clock.
Oh, my sweet Annika. Come along after being pied for so long.
No. Steve, you're perfectly fine. I can't believe you made us worry so much.
Detective Gumshoe, what is the meaning of bringing Kay here?
I'm sorry, sir. I knew the gas was dangerous, so I tried to stop her. But no matter how much I ran and ran and ran and ran, I couldn't gain any ground.
When it comes to running, getting away, no one is faster than Yagarasu.
But you weren't running away from here.
Mr. Edwards, I'm almost dead, sir. I'll start investigating grudging. There's a bunch of late right to the gather. Let's get everyone away.
What? Detective, take that off so I can actually understand you first. Very well, I'm counting on you.
Good luck in there, Flatfoot.
Wow, Kumi's so cool. He's just like a detective.
But that's what he is. What does that say about him? Actually, don't answer that. I'm worried he's hearing and I'm going to hurt his feelings. Let's hope there's not a body in there, though. Yes, Edgeworth here.
Mr. Edwards, looks like the poison gas is dissipated, sir.
Alright, we can enter now. Whoa, why is that moving? Wait, why are... Detective, calmly explain the state of the Alton Palace.
Yes, sir. I'll start with the exhibits. On the left, there's a statue with two people.
Wait, what? Oh.
And on the right, there's a statue of an animal with two horns.
Wait, that doesn't make... Wait, what? Huh? Wait, where... What? That doesn't make sense. This is the Autumn Palace that we're in, right? But the things that are in here are the exact same as the Winter Palace. What? What's going on here? A statue of two people and a statue of an animal with horns. Isn't that the exact same thing I saw in the Winter Palace just a while ago?
Also, the room is wet with water thanks to the sprinkler system. That helps to prevent the gas from harming anyone else.
The sprinkler system? Was there fire in the room?
There are no signs of fire, and the fire alarm hasn't gone off either, sir. The sprinkler in this museum are the kind that detects both smoke and fire. If it detects smoke, it will send out an alert to the security room. I think the poison gas might have set off the alarm in the security room, sir.
Was there anyone in the security room at the time?
The only one working here is the curator, Miss Catherine Hall, sir. She's been in the reception booth opposite the security room ever since the museum.
Oh no, I just had a feeling what's gonna happen. I feel like I can already tell how this is gonna go. Catherine Hall, the person who worked together with the person who was considered a criminal after the IS-7 incident. Suddenly, she is now the culprit of trying to poison the previous members. Right? I feel like that's what's gonna happen. That's what I'm predicting.
He's been in the reception booth opposite the security room ever since the museum opened.
Did Miss Hall turn on the sprinklers?
The sprinkler system can only be operated manually from the security room, sir. If it had been automatic, she would have sprayed water all over the exhibits. Since the system is manual, the situation can be examined and the exhibits moved if need be.
I guess there would be more priority over the exhibits than the building. Only a museum.
Ugh. It's way too cold in this room, sir. Isn't this supposed to be an autumn palace? Feels more like the dead of winter in here.
What's going on? We've already got a weird oddity here. For some reason, the winter and the autumn rooms are the exact same. The statues almost look the exact same. Okay. The layout seems the exact same. So what's going on here? Why are these both the exact same? And why is the autumn palace smashed up? The autumn palace is cold.
I checked the thermostat earlier, and it was set to 27 degrees Fahrenheit.
What? What's going on here? 27 degrees Fahrenheit is what the winter room's supposed to be at. This room should be at 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Why would the autumn palace be set to the same temperature as the winter palace? Sorry. Just got a text. Why would the autumn palace be set to the same temperature as the winter palace?
That's about all I know for now, sir. If I figure anything else, I'll give you another call.
I see. I'm counting on you, detective. What is going on? April 2nd, 11:15 a.m. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I gotta go check something right now. Oh boy. Hang on a second. All right. So I'm going to need to be a little bit on the quiet side right now. Long story short, I have a roommate who just got wisdom teeth removed, and other roommate needs me to keep an ear out for them while they go to the store, so that they don't go downstairs. So I'm going to have to be a bit more quiet. Mr. Edgeworth, why are you whispering? Because we have to, Kay. And let me make sure that I can hear him if he gets up and about. Kamite. You said it feels more like winter in the autumn palace. I don't get it. I haven't been able to enter the room personally. But it should be possible to look inside after the police have finished investigating.
I'd like to know what's lacking there myself.
Isn't there anyone else who knows about the incident?
Ah, there is someone. Miles' friend, right? Right?
Friend?
Though he's such a nuisance, we have no choice but to listen to what he has to say for now.
There he is.
Wait, you mean...
Hi. Oh, you're here too, Kay. Look at queue's over.
Long time no see. Larry, isn't it?
Hang on, I'm gonna be right back and you go check on him. Sorry.
Larry, I wish I'd gone in advance notice about what I need to do to help. Okay, right now my name is Larice. I'm an artist, that's why.
Ah, so that's your pen name. Larice, the artist formerly known as Larry.
Oh, you really are a good girl, Kay. Nothing like edgy here.
I'm not a girl. Larry, I have many things I need to ask you.
What's this? Don't tell me you suspect me again. You're gonna say because I was first on the scene I must be the culprit, aren't you?
I never said anything like that. I only want you to tell me what you saw. You said you saw something that no one should ever have to see, did you not?
But now I'm saying I didn't see nothing, so I didn't do anything. Probably.
Oh my, you didn't seem so confident at the end there. There are somewhat troublesome circumstances surrounding this man. The saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts, still holds true 26 years on. One could say his tendency to attract trouble is legendary. 26 years of his life. It seems he's done something troublesome without even realizing it himself. I'll just have to try and extract the truth from him. Oh gosh, I'm doing logic chess with him. My goal is to expose whatever Larry is hiding. I also just noticed my headset is not actually on, even though I'm trying to keep both headsets off to listen closely. Basically, don't want him to go down the stairs. My goal is to expose whatever Larry is hiding. However...
I didn't see nothing, I didn't do nothing.
Oh dear. Larry is an extremely restless and troublesome man. Until he cools down, I'll just wait and see. First, I'll ask him about his goal. This isn't something I can't handle. I'll finish this quickly. Logic chess, begin! I love logic chess. Why did you come here? What was your purpose for coming to the art gallery?
What? Are you saying that I don't belong in an art gallery?
I didn't say that.
Hey, if you're not gonna talk, hold that pose so I can paint your portrait. And then I'll scribble all over the portrait I drew of you.
I didn't say anything.
I was just joking. I would never scribble over my paintings, of course. They're works of art, after all.
I don't think any of your works would qualify as art.
Don't look down on me. There are people who recognize my skills as an artist. Danny's my girlfriend, but it's really my painting she fell in love with. That's why I'll sketch anything my girlfriend likes.
Then why are you here on your own today?
So what? Can't a guy with a girlfriend spend some time alone? Danny said she's a Gemini. I thought she'd be happy if I showed her a sketch of it on our next date.
Do you really have that much confidence in the sketch?
Well, I'm not so confident about this one. But I thought she would be happy if I did a sketch of her astrological sign.
You came here to see Gemini? I see. That's just like you. To impress Mandy, you came here to see the Gemini sculpture, didn't you?
What? How did you find out?
Because you just unknowingly told me everything.
Well then, I'm not saying another word from now on.
He's finally decided to remain silent. In that case, I'll be more relentless in my questioning. I'll try to find out what he was doing here at the art gallery. Heal me. I'll expose his true motives. This shouldn't take long. What did you do? What did you do in this art gallery?
Well, this was the glare. I don't really remember anything. I didn't have a pamphlet, so I just blurred around and found patio. Huh? What? If you're not gonna talk, I'm gonna back my sketching.
Wait. too passive.
No.
Ow.
Go get a pamphlet, damn it.
Don't they give you a pamphlet at the reception booth after you pay the admission fee?
Huh? Oh, is that right? So, the admission wasn't free, huh?
You didn't pay? Don't tell me. You sneaked in here without paying.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do anything bad. It's just, there was no one at the reception booth. That's why I thought you could come in here for free.
Miss Hall wasn't there. Miss Hall wasn't at the reception booth.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was anyone on the other side of the desk.
Come to think of it, Gumshoe did say something about that. Miss Hall was busy activating the sprinklers from the security room. Because of the incident, she had to leave the reception booth.
Poor Katie. She went to all that trouble to open up the place. And now the art gallery star attraction, the Winter Palace, was completely ruined.
Really? You know about the Winter Palace, though. You're certainly well informed about the Winter Palace, for someone without a pamphlet. The Winter Palace is where your goal, the Gemini sculpture, is located. You had your sights set on the Winter Palace from the very beginning, didn't you? Brick.
What? How'd you find me out again? That's right. My goal is to see the Gemini sculpture. From the very beginning, the Winter Palace was the very reason I came here.
You confessed quite easily. You can never tell anything with this man. Next, I'll ask for further information regarding the Winter Palace.
Heal me.
He may still have some fight left in him. I'll watch his reactions and extract the information I need. Did you enter the Winter Palace? Larry, did you also enter the Winter Palace?
What's with the look of distrust? Sure, I tried going in, but...
You couldn't get in. You tried to go in, but you weren't actually able to, right?
Yeah, that's about right. I wanted to go in, but then that old geezer collapsed. I was a little freaked out.
It was because of the victim. So you couldn't get in because the victim of the poison gas collapsed?
Yeah, he fell right out of the Winter Palace.
I'm sure the victim emerged from the Autumn Palace.
If it weren't for that poison gas incident, I'd be in there sketching the Gemini sculpture right now.
Larry must have mistaken the Autumn Palace for the Winter Palace. That aside, it seems his goal was to sketch the sculpture. This should be a useful clue. What did you see? Larry, did you see anything in the Winter Palace?
You're still hung up on that? Didn't I say that I didn't see anything? I started to think that it wasn't such a good idea to come to the art gallery. I needed to leave soon to meet with my girlfriend.
Perhaps I should try using that clue. What about your sketch, though? You came here to sketch the sculpture for your girlfriend, did you not? I don't think you would give up that easily. Even after the victim collapsed, you could still see inside the room from the outside, right?
Well, I may have gotten a tiny glimpse, but there's no evidence that I saw something scary in there, right?
You saw something scary? Really? That tells me all I need to know, then. My. I'm disappointed it turned out to be this simple. Larry, you saw something scary at the crime scene, didn't you?
AJ, can you read my mind? In that case, there's no point in keeping any more secrets from you.
Larry, you just told me everything of your own accord. That was a complete waste of time, but finally, it's checkmate. Logic chess complete. I love logic chess.
I have my eyes fixed on the Gemini sculpture.
Nope. You've mentioned the Gemini sculpture many times now, but I don't believe the sculpture you saw was the Gemini one.
What? Was it mirage then?
Larry mistakenly thought he saw the Winter Palace. The piece of evidence shows what Larry really saw. Is it the gallery? Take a look at this pamphlet. You were at the door for the winter. Or wait, no, you were at the door for autumn. In the Autumn Palace. The Pisces, Capricorn, Aries, and Aquarius sculptures are all displayed. Incidentally, I can confirm that the Gemini sculpture is located within the Winter Palace. Therefore, the sculpture you saw could not have been the Gemini one.
I knew it.
I expect him to be a bit more shocked at the news.
I thought it was kind of strange. I thought I saw a single goddess. And that transformation was no mirage.
Transformation? Transformation, you say?
Oh, you're curious too, Edgy? Well, nothing for it. Guess I'll have to show you.
Show me. What exactly?
I drew a picture of the very scene I saw back then. But I really can't believe what I drew.
Picture? What picture?
This one, right here.
What in the world? What? What is this disturbing picture?
Is that...
What? What? What's going on? Is there actually someone dead in this case? Is that sculpture weeping tears of blood?
Maurice, this picture is scary.
Okay, it scared me too. This Gemini sculpture suddenly transformed into a goddess right before my eyes.
Why was it bleeding?
I couldn't help but scream.
So the victim collapsing wasn't what surprised him. What do you mean when you say transformed?
I don't really understand myself. The lower half of its body just turned into a fish.
A fish?
A fish goddess.
That would be Pisces' sculpture, right?
In mythology, Pisces represents the fish that the goddess and their son transform into.
Really? So Pisces isn't just a couple of ordinary fish?
Edgy, you don't think that sculpture is cursed, do you? Those tears of blood turned the Gemini sculpture into a fish.
Preposterous. You simply mistook the Pisces sculpture for the Gemini one.
Oh, you put the sketch in your organizer.
Even a sketch like this can be used as scrap paper after all.
How could you? But it's strange. Why did only the lower half of the sculpture transform? Uncle Ray is a bit curious about what went on in the Autumn Palace.
Indeed. I wonder if someone tampered with the Pisces sculpture.
Hello?
Yes, Edgeworth here.
Mr. Edgeworth, we finished searching the room. The poison gas isn't a threat anymore, so you can enter the crime scene.
Right, good work, detective. It seems we can enter the Autumn Palace now.
Nice timing, Mr. Detective.
Let's go right now. I want to see the Pisces sculpture.
If Kay's going, I'm going too.
No, I was planning on bringing him along anyway.
Really?
Right then, let's proceed to the Autumn Palace. So this is the Autumn Palace. It certainly does resemble the Winter Palace.
I've been waiting, sir. Huh? Aren't you that hairy butts guy?
Wrong! I'm Maurice Denoom.
Never mind that, detective. Your report, if you please.
Roger that, sir. We discovered a used gas burner during our investigation. The nozzle was still warm when we found it, so it may be related to the incident.
Was it used to heat something? There are traces that it was used before the police arrived. Was it used to heat something? Was the ladder always on the ground there?
It was probably used by the person who set off the poison gas. The poison gas was released when someone lifted the lid off that glass case, sir.
Really? So the poison gas was inside there, is what you're saying? The Pisces sculpture.
Huh? Seems like you know about it, sir. What? Do you know what the sculpture next to it is?
Since we're in the Ultimate Palace, it would probably be the Capricorn sculpture.
I suspected Mr. Edgeworth. I thought it was Doris myself. I was thrown off as it was covered by this weird cloth.
That damn cloth.
Fluorescent cloth. I wonder what it's doing here.
Evidence from the August 7 incident. What's going on? Why is this... What is happening?
No matter what it is or how it got here.
Let's take a look at it. A blue cloth. I guess this kind of relaxing color is nice once in a while.
Miles, you're starting to sound like your old man.
I don't want to hear that from Mr. Shields.
What's this do?
According to Mr. Shields, this allows you to change the color of the cloth. Let me try it out. Cyan. The cloth has started to glow. The cloth is glowing with a light blue aura.
According to the detective's report, it's wrapped around the statue like this.
So it would seem. How's this relate to our case?
Sculptures in this room are all covered with this fluorescent cloth.
Because they're hidden, it makes me want to see them even more.
Say, look. Let's get this cloth off.
Wow, they're beautiful.
Huh. Neat. You don't think the transformation Larry saw was in fact the moment the cloth wrapped around the lower half of Pisces fell?
See, Edgy? Wasn't Roger a mistake after all? Hey, Miles. There's just something strange about this room. It looks exactly the same as the Winter Palace we were in just a moment ago.
Yes, I agree. Perhaps the sculptures were hidden to make it look like the Winter Palace. If you wrap the cloth around the lower half of the Pisces sculpture, it looks like Gemini.
Capricorn is half fish too. Had lower half and it resembles Taurus. The remaining two, which couldn't be answered with trickery, were covered up.
The Altar Palace was made to look like the Winter Palace. So it seems. Mr. Shields, it looks like we'll need to conduct an investigation of the Autumn Palace too. Huh? Who? Oh. Goof of clock hours has returned. Mr. Sebastian Judge Courtney.
Hey, you guys again? This is a problem. You see, this is my crime scene.
Mr. Edgeworth,
It seems my power is insufficient. If you're here, then it would appear that you still haven't understood my warnings. Furthermore, you know full well your reckless actions will cause trouble for that detective. In the name of the gods of law, I must pass judgment.
You got it all wrong, pal. I was the one who asked Mr. Edgeworth to investigate.
Really? Well then, Flatfoot, I'll have to do that.
That?
Yeah, that. Right, cut your salary. Looking forward to your next payday. I've always wanted to say that.
Ugh. You're the last person I want cutting my salary, pal.
hold it the best. I'm only cooperating with the police as a witness to this incident. Detective Gumshoe is not to blame.
So that's how it is. Well then, should I be raising his salary?
You know what? Go ahead. I think he needs it. No, that's not what I meant.
Come on, sir. But it would be really nice to get my salary raised.
Your mercy is deeply moving, Sebastian. But past transgressions must lead to future judgment. Prosecutor Edgeworth, and all in his company, depart at once from this holy site. But We only just got here. The one given the goddess of law's blessing for this incident was Sebastian.
In other words, Mr. DeBest is the prosecutor in charge of this case.
That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening performance is over. Besides, I've already got my eyes on the set on the culprit.
What? Who, pal?
Well, naturally, that artist.
Me? Hey, what's going on here, G? Don't ask me. I can't understand his reasoning.
If you can't understand how the best prosecutor thinks, it simply shows how inculpable you are.
It seems he doesn't know what inculpable even means. Do you mean incapable? I've noticed that Sebastian really fumbles on his understandings. Poor kid.
That's right, Sebastian. Prosecutor Edgeworth is quite incapable. Yes, he's incapable. Thank you. She just nonchalantly corrected him. Don't underestimate my intelligence gathering skills. I just came from the infirmary and asked the doctor there about the cause of the poison gas.
And what was the cause?
Some normal substance. What was its name again? Hold on a second. I'll call the doctor to make sure. Since Sebastian is on the phone, I'll answer for him. In that case, why didn't you tell us before he called? The poison gas is caused by the mixing of two different types of chemicals. Their names are normalium and fatalium.
Really?
So, what are those chemicals exactly? Normalium is a red liquid that's commonly used in everyday products.
That might have been the blood, if it's red.
It can be found in paints and detergent, among other things, but it's not toxic by itself.
So you're saying that it's a substance readily available to anyone?
Yes, but fatalium, on the other hand, is not so easily obtained. Its name sure sounds dangerous. What's it used for? It is the active ingredient of a white pesticide known as megatoxin X. Fatalium itself also has a deep white color, but it's not readily sold in stores. It's nearly impossible to obtain domestically. Right now, we are looking into how this chemical was obtained.
Poison gas. The white fatalium mixed with the red normalium causes a chemical reaction.
Okay, I finally found out the names of those chemicals.
Judge Courtney has already told us. We don't need to hear it again.
Fine then. I'll cut to the chase. You know that normalium from the poison gas is also used in paint, right? Today, out of everyone who visited the art gallery, the only one carrying paint was that artist.
You're treating me as a culprit because of that.
I object to the red paint on the palette you're carrying.
Hey, Edgy, don't you think this prosecutor's kind of an idiot? That's rich coming from you. That is insanely rich coming from you. I'm not going to disagree, but that's just rich. Indeed, although I've only known him for a short time, his logic is always absurd.
Don't ignore me! It's alright, Sebastian. They're only doing it because they're afraid of you. Like the first star to appear at night, show us reasoning that shines the best. The first star shines best. Not bad. Hey, you guys better listen up too.
Alright, let's do it to best. Scoop clock hours. Mr. DeBet's shining logic.
That artist was the first to discover the victim, so naturally he's the best suspect. The poison gas was caused by normalium, a chemical found in paint, right? As he was carrying paint near the victim, he would have had the best chance. The paint, along with being the first witness. That pretty much proves he's the culprit. So, what do you think, Justine? We cannot ignore the possibility. Well then, Mr. Artist, please tell us the truth. Did you leave red paint at the crime scene? Or else, did you cause the poison gas to go off?
The only thing I leave behind is my bond of love with you.
Please watch what you say. I will kill you. My gavel is already prepared to declare you guilty. It's also ready to beat you to death if you're not careful.
Objection!
Listen, we don't need to be beating people to death. Please pay no heed to the man's statement.
Objection!
Hey, you guys! Ignoring my reasoning just because it's flawless won't do you any good.
Mr. Edgeworth, if you've already admitted defeat, you should take your leave.
Even though I don't really have the time to deal with you right now, your ridiculous reasoning. The artist was the first to discover the victim, so naturally he's the best suspect. Indeed, at first glance, this man seems suspicious. However...
At first glance? Ugh, what's with that first all of a sudden? Are you trying to steal my spot as the star of that shines best?
It would make me the best artist. Larry, don't make this any more confusing than it already is. Mr. DeBest, continue your reasoning. Now. The poison gas was caused by normalium, a chemical found in paint, right? Yes, apparently, normalium is used in many everyday products.
Right, so the red paint is definitely suspicious. But it's also used in other things other than paint, right? I guess you have a point. What do you think, Justine?
That's right. Normalium is also used in detergent, for example.
In other words, it might not have been paint that caused the gas.
That's not true! Let me finish my reasoning!
If he was carrying paint near the victim, he would have had the best chance. Even if paint is the cause of the poison gas, that does not mean he is guilty.
Well then, if the paint is not the cause, then doesn't that mean that doesn't mean he's innocent either?
Now he's just trying to sound clever. Making what Mr. Edgeworth says won't make you look cool at all.
Okay, please don't make my statements look bad.
Now then, it's about time to wrap up my shining logic.
Paying along with being the first witness. Do you truly claim that Larry is the culprit based on just that?
Huh? You got a problem with that? If you have a problem, then present evidence.
Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like he really wants you to do that.
Indeed. Then I will do as he wishes and present evidence. It seems that he doesn't pay much attention to what other people are saying. There's a clear contradiction in Mr. Best's logic.
Why even bother making the phone call?
I'll finish this quickly. This is a waste of time. I honestly have completely forgotten what my evidence is. Oh, wait. Huh. Hang on. Larry. Wait, what? I don't understand. Am I being stupid? Yes, but I... uh, I kinda had to look that up, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm also going to use the claim of I'm still kind of trying to listen for when other roommate comes back in order to know when I can focus more. Mr. DeBest, your logic is more akin to a shooting star than a shining star. It shines the best like a shooting star, right? It may shine brightly for a brief moment, but then it burns itself out. The poison gas originated from inside the glass case of the Pisces sculpture. Exactly, so that's where the artist set off the gas, right? He used normalium in his red paint. As your senior, let me give you one piece of advice. Listen to the explanations of others. The poison gas was caused by mixing both normalium and fatalium together. The normalium contained in the red paint is not enough by itself. Huh? Really? But I thought I heard that normalium caused the fatality. Ouch. Don't tell me you just misheard the forensic report. Darn it! By the time Larry discovered the victim, the room was already filled with poison gas. It is time for you to realize how incapable you really are. Hey, what do you mean by incapable?
I tried to use that word earlier and you still don't know what it means? He means to say you're lacking in ability.
Incidentally, inculpable has a completely different meaning. I get it, you're making fun of me again, aren't you? I am merely saying that you were incapable in your investigation.
Before you insult Sebastian, I still have some doubts about your own statement.
What kind of doubts?
For all we know, Mr. Artist could have simply entered the Autumn Palace at an earlier time.
I gotta get comfy. That's... gotta get comfy, hang on. Where's my jacket arm? Did I put my jacket on upside down? I think I did. What? How do I manage that? Incredible. I'm wearing I have a jacket in my room for when it gets cold. And I somehow managed to turn it upside down. I don't even know how I managed that. That is genuinely incredible. Ugh. And now it's stuck on the chair.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing?
Ignore me, please! I'm trying to put on my jacket, it's cold.
Moreover, do you have evidence that the red paint is unrelated to the case?
The most important thing now is not the red paint. The red normalium in the white fatalium. Exactly how were these two substances mixed? I believe that that is our main concern.
Naturally. It was Sebastian's job to investigate that. Were it not for your interference, we would have found that out by now.
I never intended to interfere. On the contrary, I'd like to cooperate.
Don't tell me you're going to say you know the cause of the poison gas.
How will the poison gas started? I have something that may shed light on the matter.
Sebastian, do not fall for his bluff.
Come now, it's fine really. Let's hear what he's come up with.
If you say so, Sebastian.
Come on, show us. How did the poison gas start?
Take that!
It's this, isn't it?
Surely you're not saying that this was the cause of the poison gas?
It seems even you've noticed it.
Duh. really stands out. Those red tears that Larry saw were undoubtedly normalium. Huh? Wait a sec. If those were chemicals, does that mean a ghost set off the poison gas? I don't have time to play along with him. The red tears of normalium could not have triggered the poison gas by itself. That red liquid was mixed inside the case to create the poison gas. What? Where do you see evidence that the chemicals were mixed? That can also be seen in the sketch. The pink. Here's the evidence. Yep, the pink. Take that! A pink liquid can be seen flowing out from under the case of the Pisces sculpture. This is proof that the two chemicals were mixed. Oh, hold on a second. I still don't get it. How does this show that normalium and Vitalium were mixed? Since we have a self-proclaimed artist here, I'll let him explain. Larry, you fancy yourself an artist, so you should know about mixing paints, right? What do you add to red to make pink?
Don't take me for a fool, Edgy. I'll have you know I graduate from middle school. You add whites or reds to make pink. It's common knowledge. Well, technically there's rose pink, baby pink, several others.
Just basic enough pink is fine. That's enough. Now do you understand, Mr. DeBest?
That's how it is. By mixing red normalium with white Vitalium, you get a pink liquid.
Yes, exactly. Took him long enough.
I see.
It looks like Mr. DeBest finally gets it.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, you have merely presented one possibility. Do we really know if the color was the result of the two chemicals mixing? Furthermore, this sketch was drawn by the suspect. I cannot put much faith into it.
I just painted what I saw. How can that be a lie?
Mr. Artist, I did not permit you to speak.
So cold. That's part of her charm.
Of course, I intend to bring the truth to light immediately. It would not be wise to jeopardize your possession even further. Aren't you going to answer my question from before? How do you know that Mr. Artist did not enter the Autumn Palace?
The door was locked, wasn't it?
If you cannot prove this, there is no room for you to argue any further.
Hey, couldn't we find that out if we talked to the victim, pal?
The victim, Dame Gustavia, remains unconscious and in critical condition.
That's right.
Well then, Sebastian will be investigating the crime scene now. All of you, please vacate the premises.
Who? Huh? Larry? What are you doing?
If you were to take a stand in court, you'd cause a lot of trouble for the presiding judge. Is there something you would like to say, Mr. Artist?
Hold your horses, Miss School Beauty.
My name is Justine Courtney. Please don't address me by such a strange title.
Oh, you finally told me your name. Pleased to meet you, Justy. I'm Luis Denoom, but you can call me Luis.
Mr. Artist, please get to the point.
I just remembered something. I haven't had a chance to say yet. When I first got to this room, it was locked, so I couldn't go in. But then that old dude just suddenly fell through the door.
It would appear that at the palace, rooms can be locked from the inside. But just because you say that it was so, doesn't mean the door is locked. Without proof, your statement holds no value.
Objection!
Well, why not let Uncle Ray prove it for you?
What?
After all, we can confirm the room was locked too. Right, Miles?
Yes, I remember as well.
The Windsor Palace should be... Huh? It's locked up. That's odd. They've already opened the museum.
Until the gas outbreak, no one could have entered this room. Perhaps the suspect entered the room with the victim during the gas outbreak. As you can see, this man did not inhale any of the gas. If you examine his belongings, you'll find he wasn't carrying a gas mask either. Is that so? Well then, I have no choice but to agree.
That was easier than I expected. Anyway, I presume this clears up any suspicion surrounding Larry? It seems Mr. DeBest's logic was off once again.
Not exactly. I just didn't have enough information, that's all. Therefore, my reason is just before it's time.
He sure has a grand way of saying that things didn't work out for him. In that case, there's one more suspect who has yet to take the stand. Mr. Artist, you are free to go.
But I wanted to talk to you a little more, Justy.
I'm going to kill you. Overruled.
Your Caldemir leaves me mesmerized all the more.
This other suspect is a pharmacist by the name of Delicia Scones.
Oh, you think it's Delicia? We still haven't confirmed whether she was the murderer of the last case either, so we do need to talk with her anyways.
It would have been difficult for this artist to obtain the Fatalium from Megatoxin N.
Yeah, that's true. The other question becomes, how did Fatalium get obtained? And of course, a pharmacist would probably be the best position to grab some from, wouldn't it?
But a pharmacist may have knowledge of how to do that. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. Sebastian, it would be best if we brought her in quickly.
Best if we brought her in quickly? Sounds good. Leave it to me. Hey, Flatfoot, keep up the investigation.
Ugh, got it.
Don't tell me. Judge Courtney suspected her from the very beginning.
So Mr. DeBest's logic wasn't any help at all.
Judge Courtney? Just what is she thinking? Yeah, I don't understand her. Well, I know this is a little earlier than usual, but I do want to make sure that my other roommate's okay. Because again, it's mostly just because they had their wisdom teeth removed, and the other roommate told me that they just want to make sure they don't go falling down the stairs if they wake up. So I just want to make sure that they're okay, because I care about them. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here for today. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all later. Peace.